Boom, we're recording. All right. So we got a lot to talk about. Where do we start though? So should we start with Chris? Because his thing is kind of, I'm sure he's itching to talk about it.
I'm freaking fuming over here, dude.
So if you didn't know, Chris got banned on TikTok twice.
Yeah, and now, even though I've gotten my account back, I'm demonetized for 30 days.
On the main account, yeah.
On the main account, so I can't make any money off that account. And when I appealed it, they legit, within 5 minutes, they responded and said no. Fastest response I've ever gotten, and it was a no. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna submit a report ticket. And I did, and they got back to me, and they basically said, yeah, so we are not going to tell you why or what community guidelines you violated or whatever, but here's a link to the community guidelines because you totally haven't read them, even though I have, and screw yourself. That's essentially what they said. So
dude, the community guidelines are so stupid too, because they can twist anything until, like, if you argue that it's not one thing, they'll twist it into something else. Like I'll get, like, I got my video got taken down for inauthenticity. Buying followers is what it says. Like you're trying to promote buying followers or something like that, which is never done that. So I'll be like, well, that's not what I was doing. You know, like, that's what I'll put. And then they'll ban it again and say that, this time it's harassment and bullying, and they refuse my appeal. And I'm like, bro, who am I bullying or whatever, dude?
Okay. But here's the thing, dude, because that's the only thing I would understand is if it's if they said, oh, well, you're artificially inflating your viewers because of the whole bald for 100K thing, right?
They can't stop you from doing that.
The thing is, okay, it wasn't my decision. All I did was agree to it because you brought it up, and I was like, yeah,
it's
sure,
not
I can do that.
I looked it up. It doesn't. It's not. It's a call to action. It's not artificial. Artificial is when you buy followers.
But here's the thing. They haven't said if it was that, okay? And if it was, why is it easier to just ban me or demonetize me as opposed to just deleting the video?
Yeah, like when they say multiple guideline violations, it should be like, all right, well, can you like, you should be like, I want to know what it is so I don't do it again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why I specifically said, I was like, tell me what the guidelines were. Like I said it, I repeated it, and I was a little bit more adamant about it. Like I can read what I said.
Yeah.
Because yeah. So let me pull this up. I said both of my bans were for invalid reasons. The first being my age, which had already been verified when I applied for the Creator Fund, and the second being the result of users repeatedly reporting my account as a form of harassment. My account has been banned twice in the same week as a result of this harassment, and it's extremely unfair that my monetization has been suspended as a result of it. If my monetization has been suspended for a legitimate reason, I would like to know specifically what reason and why it wasn't at least warranted, such as having a video taken down before the suspension.
And what'd they say?
They haven't said anything yet.
Oh, okay.
So
that's the support ticket?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's messed up, dude. That's so messed up.
Because I'll be totally blatantly honest. Like I will have videos get taken down, and I'll appeal it, win the appeal, and they'll get taken down within like 20 minutes again.
Well, that's the thing, dude. I would rather have my video taken down than me getting banned twice in the same week and then having my monetization removed. Because at least then it's like, okay, cool, I lost a video, whatever, right? But with this, it's like, okay, I don't even want to post on this account now. Like, what was the point of me applying in the first place? Not to mention,
honestly, maybe.
Gene, so you saw why I got banned the first time, right?
It was the age thing, right?
Yeah,
which would make no sense.
Yeah, they were like, you might be under the age of 13, and I'm like,
might be under the.
I was like, I sent you guys my ID so I could even start getting paid on here. You're telling me you don't know if I'm under the age of 13?
Yeah.
The second time,
who's running it over there? Charlie D'Amelio herself?
I don't freaking know, dude.
Right? But like, why do they let like underage girls do like what they do,
dude? And then like, it's a complete double standard, bro. That's what I'm saying, man.
I literally, I mentioned, I saw somebody get stabbed on my For You page, and the video had gotten thousands of likes.
I've seen the same video. I'm pretty sure.
Two dudes, and they're like fighting, and then one dude just pulls out a knife.
Just pulls a knife out.
He stabbed me.
Yeah.
He stabbed me.
Starts figuring out. Yeah.
Yeah, and
somebody a bunch of people tagged me in this one where it's like a fancy car, and like if you know how people like to steal like the badge things from like fancy cars, like there'll be like a hood ornament, right? It shows them, they grab it, and it goes like, it's a knife starts coming out, and this guy's like, oh, take a picture, and he leans on it, and he goes, like he starts getting stabbed in the ass. But that's not it. No, it was like, dude, some dude legit got stabbed. He's like, he stabbed me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, what did I just watch? So I literally like, I understand why the video got so many likes, because like you could see people were rewatching it to see what happened, because you legit see the dude reach for his pocket and then pull out a knife. But
dude, I've seen somebody get shot on TikTok.
Oh, dude,
I've seen multiple.
I told you, I saw some chick who had like she was like in a car accident, and she got like, what's the right word? Basically, like her hair had gotten burned off, and her skin was like falling off from the burns.
Yeah. No,
it's disgusting, some of the stuff you see on it.
I saw a video one time. I want to choose my words carefully because of YouTube and the system flagging it. But let's say this guy caused great bodily harm to himself, okay, with a shotgun. And I kept checking back because I had reported it, and I was like, dude, this is ridiculous that this is still on there. And it took maybe like 2.5 hours for that video to get taken out. It was just, and then people kept reposting it, and there's literally just this dude who. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, that guy, like that guy, that was months ago, so they've definitely tightened. They obviously tightened down things because now it's super easy to get your stuff taken down. But if I posted a TikTok about it, and somebody called me a Karen, and I was like, how am I being a Karen, bro? Like I'm a content creator on this platform with almost 3 million followers. I feel like I have a right to express my frustration with the fact that I could post a video literally calling somebody a degenerate little turd was the words I said, because he said, imagine banning me. Did you see this, Jeannie? He kept spamming on all my videos that I had posted that day. Imagine banning me from your chat. And so I finally pulled up his unban request, and it said the N-word, and then he called me a fat ass. So I said in the TikTok, I was like, oh yeah, you said the N-word, and then you called me a fat ass. I was like, imagine being a degenerate little turd, And so it got so the first time, it got taken down for harassment and bullying. I appealed it. I won the appeal because what did I do? How am I harassed? Yeah. How is that?
Yeah.
And then, because I went to the guy's account, the kid's account, and people were going into his comments and were being like Cotton 4K, like, you're a racist, just delete your account. That's what they're saying, stuff like that. But they what's it called? So I won the appeal, and it was literally up for like 20 minutes. It gained like 50,000 views in those 20 minutes. Like, it just blew up. And then like bigger content creators that I know were commenting like, damn, bro, exposed them or whatever, And then boom, taken down. I appealed it, and literally like within a minute, it told me I lost the appeal. Like, it was like it's permanently taken down. It was causing too much trouble, I guess. But the fact that like something it's freedom of speech.
Yeah,
it's freedom of speech. The fact that something like that gets taken down, but I can literally watch a guy like smashing a mouse's head with a hammer. I saw one time, like stuff like that, dude. You could see stuff like that on TikTok, but then me calling somebody, and I chose my words carefully because it's like I'm not gonna like use cuss words when I talk to this kid, But even then, degenerate little turd apparently is too far.
That's the thing, because I did the exact same thing where I'm like, okay, if I want to call somebody something to make them feel bad for what they did, I have to be careful, because I know, like, if I say the wrong thing, I'm gonna get in trouble for it, or like at the very least, people are gonna be like, well, that was a little harsh, don't you think? And so, like, even saying the word idiot, I'm like, I don't even know if I should say that, because I don't want to call them the R word, because that's...
No, you definitely don't want to call them that. But what I was gonna say is you can't. I think it's really bad to, because I made sure to like kind of like up the ante a little bit and not take any crap and let people step on me. Because if you do it in the beginning, then when you're bigger, if all of a sudden you start get defensive and calling people dummies and numbnuts and stuff like that, all of a sudden it's like you're mean or whatever, and it's easier for people to attack you for that unless you were like that to begin with. So if you are the way that you are right now and you continue to do that, then like I don't think it should
Yeah.
have the same reaction. But I mean, for me, it's like the bigger I get, like just the easier it is to step on a landmine with one TikTok and they take it down.
Yeah.
The thing is, I
Yeah.
was like, if you get like 3 TikToks taken down within like a 3-day period or something like that, I think they ban your account for like a couple days. I've seen a lot of people post that they can't post for a week or something.
Dude, but that's the thing. Literally, like they hadn't taken a single video and yet they went straight to banning me. That's what I
Yeah.
don't get. And
If-
this time, okay, hold on. Did I tell you why I got banned this time?
I thought you said they didn't tell you.
No. They didn't tell me why I got my monetization suspended. The reason why I got banned this time was legitimately only because of spam reports. Because they said after reviewing your account, we found that there was nothing that violates our community guidelines and it has been reinstated or whatever.
Oh.
So it's just spam reports. So if it wasn't enough for me to see comments of people saying, I spam reported, my friend spam reported you, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
It's literally, they said I didn't violate any community guidelines. And then they say that I violated enough to get suspended from monetization, which is why when I made that TikTok, I was like, okay, I'm pissed because like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
You guys literally said there was nothing wrong with my account. And now suddenly it's like, no, wait, actually, there kind of is.
And like I said in my TikTok, I said at the end, I was like, if you want to be taken seriously as a platform and compete with a social media, if you want to compete with a platform like YouTube, you need to figure this shit out. Because this is ridiculous. There's definitely like there's situations that I think should trigger, like there should be different levels to this stuff. If you get taken down for, let's say, illegal activity or self-harm or something like that, that should be an instant down. Like the video's taken down, has to get reviewed. If it gets flagged for like bullying or harassment, something like that, anybody can just be like, oh, this is bullying, harassment, this is impersonation, something like that. You know what I mean? If it's something like that, it should not get taken down, but it should be put into a queue and it should be manually reviewed and then decided whether it did something. You know what I mean? Like there should be levels to this. Because
I completely agree.
If YouTube went that strict with everything would get taken down.
Yeah. Well,
that community is way more toxic.
I wanted to make that's true. I wanted to make a video basically saying like, here are 3 things that I think could fix the whole report situation. One of them was, I think that if you report someone, or you can only report a specific video once, or if you want to go really far with it, you can say only report an account once, because I think it should be coming from different people.
Yeah.
Because like I think that's what happens is people will go on one account and they'll just report it over
every
and over
video.
No,
they report multiple videos is what they do. They go to one video, report the next one, report, because if it'll tell you you're reporting too fast or whatever if you try to report the same video more than once. So they're literally going like, it should have a cooldown, like, oh, you can't just be reporting like, you know.
Yeah. I would say
reporting
another thing,
spree.
because I'm pretty sure there's people who are following me that have reported me because like they see my accounts back and they go, oh, time to report him again. And I think if you're following somebody, and I don't know if this is how it would work, but if you're following somebody, I almost feel like you shouldn't be able to report them, because like if you're following them, why would you have a reason to report somebody? You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. That was kind of a weird one.
I think the one where you're saying you can only report a video once is definitely fair. But then again, you know, if you're doing multiple, they need some way of catching spam reporting, like you're saying. Like
I said, it should have like a 10-minute cooldown or something like that. If you report one video, you shouldn't be able to report again for 10 minutes. Because is somebody really going to sit there and report all your videos for the next 2 hours or something? You know,
some people are no lives though, dude. But I literally, so I got a DM.
I feel like there's less of those people though. You know what I mean?
I got a DM from somebody on Instagram, and they said, "Oh, banned again. Stop." They were like, "Stop." Something. They're basically saying like, "Stop writing your coattails." That's essentially what they're saying, and I was like, "Why did you come all the way to my Instagram to say this?" He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I was just trying to get your attention so I could ask you like why you got banned." And I was like, "Screw off, dude."
That's always what it is. You don't. They're just trying to get attention. They will do whatever they can to get your attention, because they want you to respond out of anger, and then they can talk to you about something.
Yeah, but like, dude, okay, I'm sorry, bro, but like,
sorry, Chris, my cousin took my phone.
Well, I told you, I was like, that's not how you get somebody's attention. He goes, yeah, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. And I'm like, then
there's like almost a
it's
billion.
common sense though, dude.
There's like a billion people on TikTok or something like that. You're not gonna get all of them to understand that. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to.
Well,
you know.
I've learned to stop looking at comments so much.
I get Instagram DMs because I have to look at my DMs because that's where I get business opportunities. You know, that's where I get reached out to for stuff like that. That and Twitter. And so Instagram DMs are nasty, bro, because people could just send pictures. You know what I mean? And like I had somebody say like, they're like, check out this photo I drew of you, and like you tap it and it's just like somebody's junk. You know, people do that, all kinds of stuff. So
I'm getting annoyed with people just going into my DMs and just saying hi.
Oh yeah, dude, I got tired of that a long time ago.
Dude, I see, because like Discord is one thing because I don't necessarily have to like, respond, and it doesn't say if I read it or not. Not to mention, like, I have Discord notifications turned off. Okay. Instagram, I have them on in case I get a DM that's important. Like that one guy who was saying like, hey, like, I saw you got banned, give me a call or whatever. Which, by the way, shout out to him. It's his birthday today. He had something important to say, and if I hadn't seen the notification, I wouldn't have been able to talk to him about it. Which, by the way, once again, if I get banned again or some stupid crap like that, he will come in handy for that. So I appreciate him.
Good.
Yeah.
He's coming for the whole platform. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. They really need a complete and total like redo of TikTok, like, like as far as like the reporting system.
Dude, the creators will go to a different platform if it doesn't get fixed, because it's getting worse.
Well, dude, so would you rather the report system get completely removed because it's not even being used properly in the first place? Like the stuff you do report doesn't get taken down.
I think it should be like
what?
It should be like Warzone, where they take it down for a week while they fix it. You know what I mean?
That makes sense to me.
Unless it's like there should still be like not the whole system, but like you should only be able to report for really extreme stuff.
But here's the thing though, dude, because if you're saying like there should be a tier, people will find out, and what they'll do is they'll just report your stuff for like violence or whatever, or illegal activity, instead of harassment or bullying. So I don't know.
They should, what they really could do, I think, is a punishment for false reports and a punishment for spam reports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that in itself deserves
maybe they like,
I
because you can get banned from commenting. I've seen that's a thing. If your comments get reported a bunch of times, you'll get banned for it. Like you won't be able to comment for like a week or something.
Wow.
So I think they need to punish people like that. Like, oh, you're not allowed to comment anymore for a week because you're falsely reporting people, and after like 3 strikes, you just get your account taken away.
I just think it's messed up that people were going into people's comments and saying like, oh, by the way, I spam reported Chris. Like they were legitimately admitting to it. It's like, why are you proud of that? You're just a jerk,
man.
Like,
I think the biggest thing is that you just keep going.
Yeah.
I would honestly even think about swapping your account names. Like change your Cool Ranch Chris one to something else so that you can change the other one on the other account to Cool Ranch Chris.
Really good idea. It's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Just swap them.
I could do that.
Which, by the way, I'm still taking legal action to get into contact with the person who has Danny Dorito 23 without an underscore, because I have an underscore in my name.
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
dude! If they don't respond, I think I could sue for legal damages because it's technically harder to find me. Some poor dude. some guy's like, I don't know.
Dang, I didn't think about that.
Also,
trademark.
I wanted to say that newest GTA video, I really liked it, and also shout out to your editor for doing a good job on that.
What? You talking to me?
Yeah.
You talking about the car one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One with his head out the window.
Yeah.
I like that
I mean, it was posted a week ago, so like we really haven't gotten the chance to talk about it.
Yeah.
And by the way, are we doing GTA anytime soon? Because you said you got.
So I applied for the whitelist, right? The whitelist on the server. They denied it, said I didn't put enough effort in it. But I look at your I have the same word count as you. same word count as like some other people that I know that applied and made it.
Well,
So I contacted an admin.
What?
I contacted an admin on Discord, and I explained the situation. I was like, look, you know, like I was preparing for a 24-hour stream. I didn't have a whole lot of time, and I was trying to find a server in a hurry. This is how many viewers, followers. I make content. I'm also thinking about making a video about like how to find a good server, you know. And so he told me, he's like, yeah, it was this. You know, you didn't put enough effort into this specific thing. And I was like, okay, cool. So I fixed it, reapplied after the 7 days. They still denied it for lack of effort.
Well, that's the thing. I don't even know. Do we? Because okay, for starters, I think it was maybe it was Jahaz. I think it was Jahaz. He was saying he didn't even put in an application. He literally just hopped into one of the interview sessions and then got accepted. Yeah.
No, because I saw his application.
He just told me like
I saw an approved application for him.
Okay, and I was just like, really, dude? But if you saw it, then that's different. But some guy's name is Jesse Pinkman on here.
Yeah, but
what is the server?
We'll tell you offline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But that does mean
it's a good server though.
I will have to hop in for that interview thing that they do.
We've tried multiple odd jobs. I've tried being a vending machine restocker, chicken butcherer.
Slaughtering chickens. We tried cutting
lumberjack.
Wood, which is boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which that's not even like a lumberjack. That's just like working at a sawmill.
And then we found where people scrap cars. Like you literally like steal a car, take it to the junkyard. It's so sketch. There's so many sketchy people around there. Like like a big there's like 40 people just around there like ripping cars apart, and like people like almost running each other over. People are threatening each other like, hey, you know, like that was my car. Like you scrapped my car. I went and got that car.
No. Okay. So here's the thing. So there's rules. If you drive a car in there,
you get driver priority is what they call it.
You get scrapped first. Okay. And then also, apparently, if you steal someone else's car, like a car they own, and then pull it into there, you can't scrap it. So one time, I stole a car, thinking it was just a random NPC's
civilian car, yeah,
right. And I drive it in there, and then someone's all, "Yo, wait, whose car is this? Hey, bro, this is someone's car. Get this out of here!" And I just ran off. I was like, I don't want to deal with this, dude. Yeah, I left it there, and because nobody know who brought it in there. They just said like, hey, bro, whose car is this? And
but you got a free car out of it.
Bro, I saw this guy. No! This guy pulled in, and somebody was like, nice, dude, you're going to get a lot of plastic off of that or whatever, you know? And then 4 people just like dogpile it and start ripping it apart. And the guy's like, hey, driver priority. I got this car. Like, hey, you know. But everybody there is like super sketchy.
Yeah, because literally there was that time where I was waiting for you to finish talking to these dudes about like
how to sell it,
to sell, and some dude rear ends me.
I mean, there's dummies.
I was like, God dang it, bro!
But we also found out you can dumpster dive.
Oh, yeah, I found a skateboard.
Yeah, we were just going around to dumpsters and getting like we found cell phones, knives, weed. Yeah, we found all kinds of stuff in there.
Did you gotta try it out? Like this server, like they have a whitelisted and a public. The public is all right, like it's fine. I haven't tried the whitelisted one yet. Obviously, I need to get accepted for it. But
yeah,
do we have to buy the priority again though?
For the whitelisted, I don't think so.
Because it gave me an option for which one to apply it to.
Oh, well, I mean, you could just cancel the other one and apply it to the other one. But I don't. By the way, you're missing the Cool Ranch Corner logo on this overlay.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, it's not there. I just realized. But yeah, it's definitely more detailed. It'd be a lot of fun. Like, and the cars on there are like legit. Like I was eyeballing this Shelby GT 500 that's like 100K out there, and I've got like 7K or something. And I was like, I want that car.
Yeah, it is missing. What the heck? Why is it missing?
I don't know. But Genie, if you want to fill us in on how your trip to Dubai, that's where you went, right? Dubai?
Yes.
Yeah,
Dubai.
let us know how it was.
Well, I went there through a work conference, and I will say very honestly, had it just been me and the boys, it would not have been anywhere near fun. And like the events that happened would have had, it was all because of this conference. And it's because we go there, and the company that I was working for at the time, I just quit today very, very proudly. And the company that we work for, we have the upper hand in the business relationships over there. So everyone is trying to cater to us, like, hey, oh my God, I love you guys. We're also the only Americans there. Everyone else is from Europe, Russia, Ukraine. And so, like, when I say I'm from Los Angeles, like, oh my God, Los Angeles, how much you how fly? How long did you fly?
How
Hollywood.
fly?
Yeah. It's like how long did it take? I'm like 17 hours. Like, oh my God, wow. They're from Israel, a lot of Tel Aviv, a lot of Ukraine, a lot of Russia. Got caught up in some Russian spider webs, if you know what I mean.
Before you keep
I am the
going,
machine.
before you keep going, I want to ask how's the plane ride if it's 17 hours?
Oh man, it was I was very lucky to, like, the first one. We were with friends. We did economy, and we had the very, very, very back of the plane. So we were just like, well, there was free alcohol, unlimited. So we
On that
just
like because of who you guys were, or just because it's a long flight?
it was Qatar Airways. Yeah, Qatar Airways is what we flew. So like they give you like 3 hot meals. They give you like a blanket to sleep. It was very nice. It's the nicest economy you could do. But like with I don't know if it's Qatar Airways, but I know with Emirates, apparently first class, you have like your own little apartment kind of thing within the plane. That's like, yeah, it's like too good to be true. I haven't seen it personally, but that's what my friend was saying, and he was like, claims to know a lot about planes.
I
But no,
don't
we
want
just yeah.
I don't want to interrupt you again, but I saw the funniest TikTok today about how they were talking about in the future they might layer people in compartments on top of each other for like airlines.
Yeah.
And this guy just gives the guy, hey yo, if the guy above me farts, I'm out. He's like because the guy's butt is like right angled in his face, dude. Like
Yeah. I saw that too, and I thought it was a good idea. But now that you say that, I don't think it's a good idea.
Wait, so wait. When you say like compartment, what do you mean by that?
it's literally like your row of seats, right?
And then one of
and then like another level above it. So
Yeah.
it's taking up like 1.5 times the space that 2 rows normally takes up, but you have more leg room because your legs can go under the people. But it's weird, man. Like
Yeah. So
but
it's
like
like
I
a
said,
movie theater
yeah,
kind of.
it's like
It's like, you
stadium
know, how you're
style, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Except
what the heck?
Backwards.
low, high,
It's
low, high, low, high, low, high, if you know what I mean.
but if it's one compartment and there's 4 people or 6 people, whatever, the people on top, their ass is right level with the people below them's faces, dude. Like it's
This is why I want to be rich, because then I can get a private jet and not have to worry about crap like that.
Yeah.
bro, private jets. I mean,
Yeah.
I would rather have a private jet than a boat, to be honest. Boats are really
I don't get what the point of having a boat is, dude.
I mean, people like sailing the seas. I don't. I get seasick. My thing is like boats are so susceptible to salt water and stuff. They need continuous maintenance throughout their whole lifetime. Whereas you can literally let a plane sit there for a couple of years and like you'll have to preserve the engine, stuff like that, but like you can't just take a plane that's been sitting there for years and fly it without like precautions or anything. But it's not gonna have you're not gonna have to do a new paint job and replace all this stuff that's been rusting in the salt water for 2 years.
Dude, I know we're getting a little off topic here, but did you guys see that video of the dude who was like, he was like, this is your sign to go somewhere that's like not very classy in like the classiest way possible, and they like legit they rented a plane, they were all in suits, they're sitting there drinking like champagne, like, and they got a limo just to go to McDonald's and order 4 McDoubles.
Stupid.
No way.
Dude, I was like, that looks like so much fun though, dude. Like it like I think that is probably one of like the most well done videos on TikTok.
I don't think they needed to do the private plane, but the limo.
Well, dude, that's the point though. It was the classiest way possible.
Just get the limo and wear the suits. What you got to get a private plane?
Yeah.
Well, it was like it wasn't like it was like a cool plane. It was like one of those like GTA
Cessna.
like founded on like the
a Cessna.
Sort of,
yeah.
Sort of. Yeah, I'll have to send it to you. But I was like, this is just like they put a lot of effort into this, man.
Yeah.
Like it was worth it.
It's wild. But
yeah, continue your story, Genie. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. So we have the upper hand in all the relationships. So it's we're surrounded, we're the only Americans there. And so we stand out like a sore thumb in a good way. Like everyone's like happy to see us and like talk to us about that. And they're all trying to invite us to clubs that they have VIP tables at and bottle service at, just because they want to work with us, because they want our data that our company has, because they can't operate without certain data, and we have what they want. So they're like, please, come to this club. I'd never been to a club before. It was my first club experience. It was crazy. And it was just a lot of like stuff that you didn't think exists that actually exists. And it was just like I'd never met so many foreign people that were so beautiful, and people that were just really cool to be around, and like stupid rich. As often, I don't know how often you see Teslas out there in New Mexico. I see Teslas extraordinarily often out here in California.
Wow.
That how often I see a Tesla out here is how often I saw a Rolls Royce and a Lambo out there. And that is like, and they had, apparently there's a rule, you cannot have a dirty car out there. It's like by law you're not allowed to have a dirty car. Can't gossip. You can't curse, which I learned the hard way.
Wait, you can't cuss there?
Like in public. And I was like, because we were at the airport, and one of the we transferred in, so we went from LAX to Doha, Qatar, which is like I guess it's like a hotspot for COVID apparently, or just one of the, it's on a list. But even though we were there for like 30 minutes, we're just running through the airport to get to the next plane. So we had to do a on-site COVID test when we landed in Dubai. We get there, and the lady is this very stern Muslim woman in a hazmat suit, and she's like, okay, sir, I need to take a COVID test. And I was like, she just looks angry. I was like, can you please do it lightly? And she's like, yes, sir. And it was just like, she's not going to do it lightly. I'm fucked. She takes the rod, and she's like, okay, head back. And then, like right there. And I was like, oh, Jesus, fuck. And then she's like, sir, do not abuse. And I was like, what? Who did I abuse? What did I? Yeah, I was like, what did I abuse? And she's like, you cannot abuse here. And everyone, I see all these guys looking at me now. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't do it. She's like, you cannot say fuck here. And I was like, I'm sorry.
She said the word.
Yeah. And all my friends, I was the first one to get the COVID test, and all my friends were looking at me, like laughing at me. And I'm like, you don't get it, man. It hurts. You can't help it. They're like, Ben, abuse. You cannot abuse. And they're all,
yeah, Colin,
dude, she
just telling you
abused
don't
her nose,
abuse,
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, what is the
so bad.
What is the point of doing the COVID test like that? Isn't that the slow one where it takes at least like 24 hours to get the results back?
Yeah, I never got the results. They never texted me.
What is the point though? Like if you leave and then you test positive, they're gonna come find your ass. Like what's the point?
Well,
I guess so. Yeah.
I think it's so that like they can notify everyone who came off the same plane.
Jeez, yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Do not abuse.
Do not abuse.
Yeah, good times though. Yeah, there's many stories that I could tell, but it's very very hard to explain. Met people that I like.
Were people wearing masks there?
A little bit. It was
a little bit.
Depends where you go. Obviously, in the party areas, they did not have masks, and the people who like rented out the clubs, or like a penthouse party, for example, they were very very hospitable there, and they're very like the police do not mess around with COVID. They're like, if you have a big party kind of thing, we will shut that down. And so everything that I went to got shut down towards the end of the night. They put tape on your phone at the entrance, like covering your camera so you cannot film, so that they don't have evidence that, unmasked people are hanging out. So I'm at this penthouse party.
You can't take tape off?
I mean, I did, yeah.
I was going to say, how'd you record?
I had to do it with the front facing camera. Yeah, so I took it off, and I was kind of risky about that, but I didn't care. So we go to this one party that got shut down. What's up?
Genie ends up in jail in Dubai for taking tape off his phone.
That would have been so bad.
Do not abuse. You cannot abuse.
Yeah. So there's this one penthouse that they have in what's called Business Bay that they only use for parties. Apparently there was no furniture other than couches and tables and a bar, open bar, unlimited alcohol. Like it's just, you can't believe it. And they try, as if we know who these DJs are. The big like selling point about these things that when they're trying to invite you to come is like, we flew out this beautiful, incredible DJ from Ukraine who's very popular there. I'm like, oh, I'm so hyped, bro. Yeah, Ukraine? Say less. Like, I don't care about the DJ. But like, so they're doing that. And one of the parties got shut down by the cops. And so this Arabic guy who was like organizing the whole thing was so self-conscious about it and so like, I'm so sorry. It's not like this. He's so embarrassed. And we're like, bro, like, it's fine. Like, it was so fun. Like, don't feel bad about it. We meet the guy the next night, and one thing leads to another where we meet this multi-millionaire Saudi guy who invites us over to his villa, and we just had a wild night, me and my friend. And it was just, I couldn't believe it, but it was all because of this conference and the people that we met through there. That was like, I don't know what I can and can't say. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, when you quit your job, you're like, hey, I quit, but if you ever go back to Dubai.
It's low key why I said I want to work part time.
That's smart.
I was like, I gotta go back to Moscow, and I gotta meet those women again, and I gotta. The Russian women, I very nice people, and they were very, very nice. That's all I could say. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I don't know, because Dubai is weird, because it's like we talked about this dude. He's like, dude, you can see like that entire week just like flashed in his head for a second. I saw that, bro.
It was a lot.
I feel like I always think of Dubai as just like people all just driving around in like nice cars and stuff like that, but like I guess it hadn't crossed my mind that it's just like a bunch of people partying all the time.
Yeah, it's a vacation
Sometimes,
spot.
Yeah.
It was the best way to describe it though, like I don't mean this like to sound offensive to them, but it's like a sandbox where you're in the middle of nowhere, technically. I mean, you're surrounded by like islands and like artificial, like everything's artificial out there. Like they have artificial like oceans and stuff like that. It's just this giant sandbox that billions and billions of dollars was thrown into to make very nice, and then surrounding area is the hottest desert in the world, and just, I mean, it's cool, but like there's no clouds there. It's very smoggy. It's
Wait, there's no
it's
clouds?
kind of, there's no clouds. I didn't see a single cloud. It's crazy.
I obviously I've watched a lot of movies, and I've been to Panama, like Panama Canal, Panama.
Yeah.
And dude, it looks just like the Middle East there. Like that was probably the sketchiest place I've ever been. Like we were in like the nice part of it, and there's like the Hard Rock Hotel and all this stuff there. But we were there. We weren't supposed to be there, but our engine, one of our engine props, had a net caught around the blades, and so we were only able to use one engine. And we're already slow as hell as a boat. Like it's a boat from the 60s.
Oh.
So we pulled in and we were there for a night. And so for 24 hours, like, and it always was like, who's gonna get stuck on the boat overnight, to like watch the boat. And I didn't get stuck because I was almost out of there. So like I had a little seniority out of the people in my rank. So we just ran around that night. But like, dude, the driving is so sketchy in places like that. Like I've been all over Mexico, like all over. I've been to Puerto Vallarta, El Salvador, stuff like that. Pretty much all of like Mexico and south down to Panama. And it just, like it's a cool place to like visit, but at the same time you got to remember, like, these are third world countries. Like people got kidnapped around the time that I was there, like people in the Coast Guard. Like basically they would just get held up with a knife, and they'd throw them in a car and then just make you go to an ATM and withdraw money, stuff like that. Super sketchy. And so like they had a buddy system whenever we went to places like that, where like you had to be with somebody else on the boat. You couldn't be by yourself.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm confused. So you said that some people got left there?
No, they got kidnapped.
Oh, I thought you said people, like
there's people who got
there.
No, people got kidnapped.
But then they
have
came
like
back, right?
What's up?
But like they managed to like get back to the boat.
Well, yeah, like I said, once they just like gave them a bunch of money from their ATM, they like let them go.
There's like ransom insurance, right, for like Americans in that situation?
have no idea. I hope so.
Okay.
But
I
I
think
mean,
there is for like pirates, like
a
Somali pirates, but
lot of those places they were like,
yeah.
don't trust the cops. So
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
That's
so
kinda...
I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but basically I had a buddy that I was with, and he wanted to go to a strip club, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to the strip club. Like I'm ready to go back to the boat. I'm done for the night. Like everybody was getting crazy, and like we just kept getting deeper and deeper into like this sketchy ass area. And so two of my buddies are like shit faced drunk. And so I'm like, all right, we're going back to the boat. Like I got us a taxi, you know what I mean? And one of my buddies threw up in the taxi. So the taxi driver gets pissed off. He kicks us out of the taxi. Boom. Right there, there's two federales. And they like push us up against the wall. And they start searching us and like asking us like what we're doing there and stuff like that. And as soon as they saw our military IDs, they were like, all right, you know, like they left us on like stay out of trouble or whatever. You know, there was like one guy who spoke kind of good English, but that was super sketchy. I was like, bro, like I was scared, man. I was like, what are they going to do? But as soon as they saw our military IDs, they were like, you know, they let us go.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's
it was
good, at least.
all because my friend threw up in a taxi. And by the way, the taxi drivers there, they're like all having a conversation with you, like, yeah, what are you here for? Where are you going? I take you a good place. And like hauling ass, like cutting around people, like totally not watching the road.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So super sketchy.
Did you guys just leave the throw up in the car? That was it.
The guy was pissed. He wanted us out. I was like, I'm
So, yeah,
sorry,
you
I'm
didn't,
sorry. Like, you know.
Yeah. You couldn't like clean it or anything, so he just drove off like on his own with
he was pissed.
Oh.
Well, I mean, like it's not that they had supplies to clean up the throw up though.
Yeah.
I mean, I know like Ubers and stuff. If you throw up in there, they like charge you like $250 to clean it. They call it like cleaning fee.
Yeah.
I got a friend who got like banned from Uber for throwing. Yeah.
Dude, well, you know what I've been seeing a lot of lately?
What?
Ads from I think it's DoorDash. I'm pretty sure it's DoorDash where they say work for more than one delivery app. So they'll say like, not only should you work for us, but work for our competitors.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I
it's weird.
Until these dark kitchens become a real thing. Have you heard about this, Jeannie?
Mm-mm.
So
what's that?
If there's ever a company in the near future that comes out with this idea like publicly and like allows you to invest, I'm definitely gonna invest in it. But it's called a dark kitchen. There's no place to like you can't order food there. It's like kind of like a food court, like a building that's just like a food court. But there's no tables, there's no chairs. All it is for people who are delivery drivers for like Uber Eats, DoorDash. What's the other one? Postmates. It's just for them to pick up food. Grubhub, yeah. So it's literally just a place like they'll have KFC, Taco Bell, you know, whatever else is there, Popeyes, you know, and it's just for them to show up, pick up the food, and bounce, because that is the biggest thing holding back those delivery services, in my opinion, is that no matter how much you pay, you know, how much they try to hurry, the food always ends up cold because they still have to wait in line like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well,
it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Speaking of investing, did you guys hear that TikTok they filed to go public?
Really?
Yeah, you talked about that. Yeah, it is a big deal, but like you said, you never want to. From my experience, I totally agree with what Chris had said to me the other day. Is that when a big company like that goes public, you never want to buy right away because there's usually like an initial drop.
Yeah,
everybody buys it and then it corrects itself.
Well, it's not that. What happens is
everybody sells.
It goes public, and then the shareholder, like the main shareholders, like whether it be like the CEO or whatever, will sell a bunch of their shares so they can finally like use that money, and then like it'll drop like big time, and then people will start buying.
Yeah.
And even then, like Coinbase, which is a huge example of that, did that exact thing, and it's gone up maybe like $10 from where it was like a month ago when it dropped originally. Roblox same thing. Actually, I think Roblox, it went down and then it just stayed in the same spot for like 3 months. So that's another one. The only one that I never had a good experience with is Corsair, and I think it's because I accidentally invested late.
You accidentally invested in them?
I accidentally invested late. So
okay.
I was like, hey, they're going public, and then like I checked Robinhood and I saw that they were up at like 8 o'clock that night. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just put in like a limit order, and then the next day went through, and then I think I made like $50 off of it because I only put like maybe like $30 into it.
Yeah.
And so I made like a pretty good amount off of it. But
how much Ethereum do you have, Chris?
0.25.
Just for mining?
So like, yeah. So if it hits 4,000, then I'll have $1,000 worth of Ethereum right there.
That's
awesome. So it dropped because the peak was like what, 4,000. It peaked at
like 200 or something.
Yeah, so it peaked at 4,200, and then it dropped back down to like 1,700. I bought 2 Ethereum at $2,000, and it's already back up to like 2,600. If it goes back to where it's at, I'm gonna have like $15,000 or something like that. So
hell yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to it even longer though, because I've been looking into Ethereum a little bit more, and they're right now, like as of like a month ago. So like they're not. I don't think they've accounted for like the newest peak, which was a lot higher than I expected for it to be at $4,000. They were saying in 5 years they expect it to peak at $10,000, and so I feel like that's kind of low. That's definitely on the conservative side.
Yeah.
But they definitely say that it's eventually. They predict that it'll eventually surpass Bitcoin because it has more use. It's a safer currency. It's a bunch of stuff. So
well, there's that, and then there's Ripple or XRP, and that one
I didn't a lot of apps aren't allowing you to buy it anymore for some reason.
You can't buy it at all in the US.
Oh,
because the SEC is looking into it, and it's because of a bunch of bull crap where it's like I think they were trying to I don't know if it was like a tax situation or something, but the SEC is essentially like trying to not necessarily like shut down XRP, but kind of like trying to slow it down. And I think they released like a transcript or whatever where some SEC like representative or whatever had said like, oh well, you need to do this or whatever, and the guy who was talking to this SEC representative, he's like, wait, so you're telling me like you don't want to do this thing yourself, because if you did, then you would essentially have to treat XRP like as a real currency? And the SEC representative said yes. And so they're trying to not treat it like a real currency, but like there's a lot of stuff that they have to go through because it basically is a real currency.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
I bought American Airlines. I don't know if I should get too specific, but I bought a good amount of shares when it was at like $11 a share, and it's up to $24 a share now, and I expect it to be at double in the next year or so. That's definitely gonna hopefully be my down payment for a house.
Oh, good.
So I'm stoked, man, because that was like I saved up a pretty substantial amount of money when I decided like a year and a half before I got out that I was for sure gonna get out. I was like, it's time to just pay everything off and save a bunch of money and then trade my car when I get out. And so
wait, so
I took half
when COVID happened?
Yeah, I took half the money because COVID happened right as I was getting out. I took half the money I had and I put it into American Airlines, and then the other half I lived off of until I started making money on everything else. So
that makes sense.
I set myself up pretty well, which is why I thought about doing a YouTube video called "So You Want to Get Out of the Military," because there's definitely like a lot to it that people don't think about, like health insurance, like decent health insurance with dental.
Yeah.
You're talking like, at least $1,000 a month, dude. It's not cheap, bro. For a family, it is not cheap, bro.
Dude, that reminds me. So, I'm sure you saw, I started watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I saw that. He finally after
nice.
however long.
Yeah, and so I'm on season 2 right now.
You're already on season 2. Yeah.
Dude, holy crap, bro.
It's so good, isn't it?
It's so good. And I also have to say, Bryan Cranston looks great bald. I'm just saying. I think he actually does pull off the bald look.
Bro, that every time you're like, dude, this is crazy, they top it. Like pretty much till the show's over, they just top everything.
Dude, okay, and this is season 1, so it's not really a spoiler.
No, you're fine. That show's been out forever.
Yeah. If you don't want to hear it, obviously like skip like 5 minutes or something like that. But there's that scene where he goes in to talk to Tuco because he beat the crap out of Jesse, right? And he's got this big bag of meth, and the dude's looking at it, and he's all checking it out, and he's like, "I want $50,000."
Yeah.
And the guy's all, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, he's like, Tuco, dude.
Yeah, and then he grabs this giant crystal that Tuco's holding, and he goes, "This isn't meth," and throws it, and everything just explodes.
Yeah, you
I love that.
That was a classic scene.
Holy crap, dude! This is
so crazy. He's just holding the bag like this and like grabs the money and like walks out like like he's gonna drop the whole bag. Yeah, dude, it's so good.
After he walks out, everyone's just like looking at him like, "What did you do, bro?" Like they're like, "Oh my god,
dude!" It just gets better. That is. The thing with Breaking Bad is that they went into it knowing when they were going to end it. You see so many shows debate on what season. Stranger Things, you're like, oh, we're only going to do 4 seasons. We're going to do 5. If they decide, you know what, we're going to do 6, I'm going to get worried because I don't see how Stranger Things could keep topping each season. And as I said, like season 3 and season 2 is debatable whether season 3 really topped season 2, which I don't know if you saw the poll I did. But Jeannie beat you. Jeannie beat you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like it was people who have never seen Stranger Things. There's more people who have not seen Stranger Things than think season 3 is better than season 2.
Well, okay. First off, I'm gonna say I'm 90% sure most people that voted for you only voted for you because it says
Team Danny
that season. Yeah,
dude, I've done tons of. You can look. I've done polls before, and like it's
You should have just done it where it said season 2, season 3, season 1, and then I've never seen Stranger Things.
Oh,
because if you put
I knew
names,
you were gonna say that.
If you put names, then it's biased. And if you do the poll again, it'll be the exact same because people will know.
You know what? I disagree. I think my community would rather vote against me just as like a meme. So
no,
yeah,
no. I completely disagree. I think that's complete baloney, dude.
I know my community.
Baseless.
I know my community. I think they would rather vote against me just to make it funny.
Okay. No. Because that's different. If you're saying like, okay, what season of Stranger Things do you like? They have no reason not to vote for you. Okay, but if you say, should I go bald? They're gonna make sure you go bald.
That I disagree on too, because I did a thing.
What?
I did a thing on TikTok, and there was literally people telling me not to go bald. Like all the comments.
I'm
telling you, man.
There are a lot of people though who are like, Danny, you lost another follower. Just kidding.
Bro, yeah, that is definitely like there's people be like, bro, why are you being such a dick? Like, you didn't even actually unfollow him, and they're like, it's a joke, dude, this and that. They have to like explain it to him. Yeah. It's like an inside joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jeannie, did you see that video that I posted where I said, oh, I'm gonna get banned again in 2 days?
Dude, that was funny because he's like, I don't even know what the point of posting on here is because I'm probably gonna get banned in 2 days, and it shows this guy. It shows this like it's the picture of his account banned again, like Chris, and the guy's like, oh.
Dude, you know what? You know who it is, right?
Is that Sam Hyde?
No, it's Keemstar.
Oh. Thought it was Sam Hyde.
That is so. Oh
dude, I'm telling you, bro. I've been wanting to use Premiere for so long because I know what style I want to edit in. It's just I need to actually like figure out how to do it. And the first thing I learned how to do is how to like put a video on top of another video and scale it and move it around. The first one that I did was the one where it was Noelle Miller crying. And that one I just changed the opacity and I was like, oh, this is kind of funny. But that one with Keemstar, I loved that. That is art, bro. That is art. I'm so proud.
See,
of
and
that.
what you're doing is definitely different than the people who literally just take like words at the top of the screen and it's like when you go to sneak snacks in the middle of the night and it's some guy falling off a refrigerator making a bunch of noise. Like that doesn't like people literally just
wait, you skipped a part, man. Where did you even get that from? Where'd you pull that out
I
from,
legit
dude?
saw that on TikTok multiple
He's
times.
like standing on top of a refrigerator. And
So
falls.
it's like a guy and he's got like stuff in both of his hands and then he's got like he grabbed like a box or something in his mouth and he's reaching into the fridge from the top of it, like looking down, like reaching into it, and then the whole like he just falls off and everything falls out of the fridge and like he's just like oh. But people will take that same video and repost the same joke. It does not. That's not art. That is just lazy content. And I think it's bullcrap. That like I don't know. Like to me, it like if anything, that's what's ruining the platform is that people don't actually like take videos of themselves. They just take a video off of YouTube and throw it on there. You know.
Yeah.
What you're doing is different. That
well,
takes that's humor. Like that's.
See the thing is, so that style is it's from the old like commentary channels. So like people that I used to watch, like when I mentioned that I used to watch Leafy, the other guy that used to be super big in that community was Pyrocynical, who I don't really watch his stuff anymore because a lot of it's a little bit more serious. But he used to do stuff like that where he would cut and he would be some like random meme that's just like super like obscure, but like if you get the reference, it's hilarious. And so I was like, I want to do stuff like that. So as soon as I got my account back, I was like, I'm gonna make this video. I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and I made it. And it literally took me like 5 minutes. It was so easy.
Good,
bro. Have you seen you know who I can't remember his name. He's gonna be in he got super jacked for the Eternals movie. No, not Jonah Hill. He's the I think he's the Indian guy. I can't remember what his name is, but he's in Stuber with
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, him. Dude, I saw this clip on TikTok today. It was so funny, and it was just pulled. I might have been from Stuber. He pulls up to the drive-thru and he's like, "Yeah, can I get a cheeseburger with 4 slices of cheese?" And the guy's like, "You want 4 cheeseburgers?" "No, I want 4." Or he's like, "I want 4 slices of cheese on 1 cheeseburger."
Oh,
and
that's from the Big Sick.
The Big Sick, that's right. And the guy's like, "Oh, we can't do that." He's like, "What do you mean we can't? Who's we? It's just me and you." Yeah. He's like, "We're 2 people." Yeah. Like he's like, "Fuck corporate, man." He's like, "Just do this for me." Like, 4 slices of cheese.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
That was a good movie. I saw that once a while back. But dude, speaking of that dude is jacked, bro. That guy took all kinds of roids.
Dude, all I see is this picture of him dressed up as Wolverine.
Yeah, because people were saying his transformation was like comparable to like Hugh Jackman. Like that's how ripped and jacked he got. There's no way you go from what he looked like a year and a half ago to what he is like now without taking something, especially not at his age. He's like mid-30s, I think. I think he's almost 40, isn't he? Mid-30s.
I can check. He's 43.
Yeah, somebody his age does not get that jacked in a year and a half.
Yeah, but he wasn't. It's not like he was fat, dude. Like he wasn't fat. He was just kind of skinny, dude.
You can't like.
You don't think so?
No, building muscle is every year it gets slower and slower and slower, and he just went straight to like sus mode. Like he definitely is on something. I've seen several YouTube bodybuilder guys who like debate whether people are taking stuff. Like they've talked about Mark Wahlberg, stuff like that, and they all agree that he's taking something because he literally went from like average like skinny fat dude to like top 0.01% specimen in a year and a half.
Yeah, and he's 5'9", so it's not like it was like easier for him to build it because he's like shorter or something like that.
There was like the first 6 months they showed a video for Men's Health of him, and they were like he was ripped, like he got ripped. But he wasn't big. And then all of a sudden, like another 6 months go by and he looks like freaking somebody who's been lifting weights for 10 years. Like, yeah.
Have you seen him yet or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seen him? Okay. Because he does like
I was
he's
pretty
really
surprised. I was like, that definitely doesn't make sense.
Dude,
Yeah.
I worked out hard, and everybody's different. I worked out hard for about 2.5 years, and I got to like, I mean, I was lifting heavy. I was trying to put on size, and I got like, I have pictures. I ain't gonna show you, okay? This is for my wife, but like swimsuit, not like that. I'm saying like underwear model,
the
like
heck is
cut.
happening, dude?
I was in good shape, okay? I was in really good shape. It was like have you seen like the old pictures of like Mark Wahlberg when he did like the Calvin Klein stuff?
No.
He was jacked, like he was cut, but he had a good amount of size. I was almost to there, like that type of shape, and then everything went downhill because of COVID. But I worked out.
It shows me a picture of Justin Bieber.
Yes, because he copied it. They did like a homage to it with Justin Bieber.
Where he did the homage. It's
homage, whatever. Homage. I've seen it pronounced both ways. Anyways, he did the like exact same pose and everything, like black and white photo. But anyways, I worked out like hard. I ate clean. Like, you know, for the most part, I was pretty strict with my diet for like 2.5 years. And I'm telling you, that guy, he put on a lot of muscle. Like that guy is probably close to his genetic potential.
Yeah.
Like without steroids, like he shouldn't be able to get much bigger than that. And he got to that big in like a year. It's very sus.
So, because earlier I mentioned Jonah Hill. Why exactly did he start like working out like that?
So Jonah Hill, obviously, early days, he was always like this fat kid, right? And then he, you know, fat dude.
Hold on.
I forgot what I was saying.
Okay. You're talking about Jonah Hill.
Oh yeah, Jonah Hill.
He was like the fat kid.
So he was one of the fatter guys in Hollywood, you know, kind of known for that. And then he started dating a personal trainer or like a nutritionist or something like that. Anyway, some fitness chick. And so then he got into like the shape that he did for 22 Jump Street, 21 and 22 Jump Street. He was pretty way more in shape.
Yeah.
Then he broke up with her. They broke up. And then War Dogs, you can see he is like fatter than ever. Like was he
really fat in that movie?
Dude, he rebounded hard, bro. Like that, he was just eating everything in sight. You can tell.
He's like, dude, I freaking miss Twinkies, bro.
Dude, but he got that big, and then he got back down. He got back down to his 21, 22 Jump Street size. Right around the time he was doing mid-90s, people saw him and were like, oh, he's skinny again. Now he's been hitting the weights, and so he's got some muscle on him, and he looks good. Like that guy, I hope he doesn't fall off the wagon again, because I mean, I like Jonah Hill, and I can't, especially with, I haven't seen mid-90s, but from what I heard, like dude's got potential to like do more than just act, you know, and do well with it. So you never want to see somebody like that get fat to the point where they die in like their, you know, early 50s or something like that from heart disease. So I hope the guy, you know, keeps himself in check, because I genuinely like hope to run into the guy someday if I can, you know, if I get into that.
I'm looking at War Dogs, bro. He's wide.
Yeah. When I saw the trailer for that and saw how big he got, I was like, bro. And then I looked it up and they're like, he broke up with his girlfriend that was a nutritionist / personal trainer. And
either way, though, that movie was really freaking good.
War Dogs, I thought it was decent. It's just there's a couple of movies that came out around that time that were so similar that I think it just went under the radar.
I watched it around the same time that I watched Lord of War with Nicolas Cage.
Lord of War.
I've seen parts of that.
That movie's messed up.
It's that's the one where it starts out and like the opening credits is like a bullet being made.
Yeah.
And then it ends up being shot out of like a child soldier's gun or something. Yeah.
They get shot at a kid. Yeah.
Oh, shot at a kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
Yeah, that it gets pretty messed up.
Interesting.
It was back when like CGI like became like widely used, you know, and so like the whole sequence is like bad CGI of a bullet being made.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, because even when I was looking at it, I was like, this looks like crap. I was like, so it's not very good.
So a couple movies I watched. Last night I saw Quiet Place Part 2. fantastic. It was great.
Nice.
I would say just as good, if not better than the first one, in my opinion.
Great.
I saw Cruella on Disney Plus. We paid the $30. It was good. I think you should watch it.
Really?
It was like, have you ever heard of the movie Devil Wears Prada? It was like,
yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but yeah.
Anne Hathaway. It's like she works for some like really mean boss lady at a fashion company that designs like clothes. You know, like ruthless lady. But it's like, you know, if you can work for this lady, like you'll become something. It's that type of movie. It's kind of like Whiplash, but clothing. Like she wants to be one of the It's a good way to compare it. So
I'll torrent it right now. I mean, I will.
It's not
for
as
legal reasons. That's a joke.
It doesn't get that extreme. It's more dramatic. You know, like it's not. I was just trying to find something to compare to. But anyways, Cruella is like Joker meets Devil Wears Prada. Like, cause it's all about this like fashion design, but she like snaps, dude.
Yeah.
And she killed it. Emma Stone killed it. I think it's one of my favorite roles she's done. She played it so well.
I watched Chris Stuckman's review on it. I think he gave it like a B or something like that, or a B minus. And his main complaint with it, they relied too heavily on music.
Yeah, we'll say there was a lot of music, but to me it didn't distract from it.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that where he will get hung up on stuff like that, so I understand.
Yeah, no, I mean I probably agree with the score. Like it's not something that you have to like rush and watch right now, but it's definitely worth watching. Like I would definitely, it's definitely worth watching when you got the time. Because like for us it was like $30 to watch it. You could pay to, they call it like Premiere. So like it's see, for us it makes sense because if we want to go see it, we have to get a babysitter. Babysitter's like $20 an hour, so makes sense to just buy it at home.
There was an article out from Emma Stone, like an interview with her, and they were like, "Do you want to see another Disney villain movie?" And she was saying Ursula from Little Mermaid should get one. And like, really interesting.
Dude.
Like that would be really fascinating to see live action Joker, Cruella-esque. You know.
I would love to see that. Yeah.
It surprised me how dark the movie was. Like it was dark. Like it wasn't like it wasn't a kids movie. Cruella, not a kids movie.
So speaking of Joker, did you guys see Joker 2 is gonna happen?
I heard right away that they were gonna do it. And it's the first thing. They're saying if Joaquin Phoenix at the end of the day agrees to do it, it's the first sequel he'll ever star in.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I
didn't know that.
I would love to see a Joker 2, but I don't know where they're gonna go with it. Because if they manage to tie it in with like Batman, they start their whole little like side cinematic universe for DC. That'd be a great place to start it from. Because that'd be like the first time they'd ever start off like a superhero universe with the villain as opposed to the hero.
So there was actually an alternate ending for Joker that I don't know if they ever filmed it, but it was what they were gonna go with originally. You know how like he's in the mental hospital, which by the way, at the end, I feel like as soon as he said you wouldn't get it, it should have just ended. They should have stopped it right there. I didn't like him getting chased around at the end with the music playing. I was like, they should have, like, they ruined that moment where you're like, holy crap, you know, and make you wonder. But they originally were gonna end it where he says, you know, he's laughing and she's like, what's so funny? He's like, oh, you wouldn't get it. You know what I mean? And it was going to cut and it was going to show when Bruce Wayne's parents get shot, the mask gets taken off and it's him. And I'm like, bro, that would have been so sick.
That would have been so much better.
That would have been sick, man. And why didn't they do that, dude? I would have been like, yo, that would have been one of those like, oh shit, twist ending type of moments.
Yeah. And
I feel like if you consider the movie like a 9.5 out of 10, which I do, I think it would have turned it into a 10 for me.
That would have been awesome. Maybe, you know what? They should definitely. Well, they have it on Blu-ray yet?
Oh yeah, I think I got the 4K Blu-ray. Yeah.
Do you know if they included deleted scenes on there at all, or no?
They include. I think they include some deleted scenes, but there's no alternate ending or anything like that. But
because I would say if they were to ever like, I guess re-release it with that ending, I would love it.
I just think that they it impressed me that they were able to get me to feel bad for one of the most notorious like Batman villains, because you feel bad for him. Like he's literally a product of a failed system. You know what I mean? Like that's literally what he is. Reagan got rid of all the insane asylums, and so he couldn't get his medication anymore, and so he just snapped.
Speaking of that, dude, because the reason why I know that is because Frank Woods from Black Ops was on PKA.
Yeah, I think I watched part of that.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's a cool dude, but they like trashed on him.
Like, I saw the clip where they I guess Kyle called him out for saying that when he was a kid he got stabbed and like he sewed himself up or something.
Yeah, he said that. And then the other thing,
he was like what 9 or something at the time, he said, and he's like sewing himself up in the woods.
Well, see that's one thing where I'm like, I don't know about that.
He was like, what kind of Rambo bullshit story is this? That's what the guy said.
He sewed himself up with fishing line and a fishing hook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I honestly, that one I don't know about, right? That's a little much. Okay, but people were all in the comments talking about like, because at one point they started talking about cryptocurrency, and he gives the most like vague, like I have no idea what I'm talking about kind of answer about like how it works, about like blockchain and stuff. And everyone's like, this freaking boomer doesn't know what he's talking about.
He even admitted that he got into Dogecoin at like 65 cents. He even said that. And I'm like, bro.
That's embarrassing.
I think I got it at like 35.
I don't know if that coin is ever going to go back up.
It will.
If it does, get your money out right away, because there's so many people. Like
it's going to go up when
everything else does.
No, I was gonna say like, so either Elon Musk is going to allow people to pay for Tesla with Dogecoin.
I don't think he will.
He did a poll on it, and people said yes. And then he's going to put a Dogecoin on the moon, and you can pay for trips with SpaceX with Dogecoin. The thing that would affect it the most, though, if Coinbase allows you to start trading Dogecoin, it'll go up, and so will the stock price for Coinbase.
Yeah, I just don't see them doing it because there's, like I said, unlike the other coins, there's just no safe reason to invest in that coin.
Well, that's the thing. He's been talking to the developers of Dogecoin to try and make it safer and more like legitimate. He's actually been trying to do that. Like
I heard that
on Twitter so many times.
I heard that if they wanted to do that, they would have to do like a Dogecoin 2.0 type coin. Like they would have to like do something else.
Not necessarily, dude. Ethereum 1.0 is getting changed. Like they change stuff like that all the time.
Yes, but
all they'd have to do is limit the supply.
But they already said that. Isn't there like a finite amount of Dogecoin? But it's so much that I thought they said there was.
I mean, even if it is like a where it's finite, but there's so much that you couldn't even mine it. That's essentially the same thing as saying it's infinite.
Either way, I am not investing in Dogecoin.
Yeah, I met some people.
Still have money in it.
Yeah, there's like I don't know if this is illegal or not, but like there was a crypto conference happening at the same time as the conference I was at in Dubai, and there's like a lot of people like doing like startups and stuff like that. A guy who is like, I guess there's like a proof of what's like the proof of something when you have a certain type of coin.
Proof of work and proof of stake. Those are the two.
Okay, yeah. So there was some guy who was pitching a proof of entry thing that was like a different type of whatever that is. I have no idea what it meant. But like there's all these
pyramid
people.
Scheme.
Is it?
That sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Well, that's
I don't know.
Explain
it.
I have no idea how it worked. But it was like just this guy who was like, oh, he's very innovative and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that's cool, man. Good for you.
Because proof of entry sounds like you recruit people, and that's what it sounds like to me. Because that's exactly what a pyramid scheme is, where you recruit people to enter, and then like you get paid with whatever that cryptocurrency is, and then like when they recruit people, they get paid, but so do you. Like that's what I think. That's what BitConnect was. BitConnect was a scam. It was the exact same thing.
I remember watching the fallout of that, and I was like, bro.
Yeah. I heard something similar to that. So like there was this girl I met that was
that'll blow your mind if you watch something on that.
Yeah, it was like because you know how everyone's like making their own coin now, like Safe Moon, Shiba Inu, all that stuff.
Pee pee
So
poo poo
like this,
coin.
I've been
Yeah.
reached out to. I've been reached out to about starting my own coin by certain, like, I don't know. I don't even want to say because
Yeah.
I'm like,
That'd be-
bro,
That would
I've
be-
seen other content creators that have like insane followings try to start their own coin and it doesn't work. Like, there's no
I
way
mean,
I'm gonna get it to work.
It'd be cool if
Yeah.
XQC had like juice coin.
Juice coin. I feel like that'd be like a meme coin. Like people would invest in it for the meme.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I looked up.
And then he
proof
just
of
owns
entry and
50% of it, just sells
I-
it all at $1.
I looked up proof of entry crypto and nothing popped up. So it sounds like it's fake.
So there's a couple
Yeah.
things I want to talk about. Are we done talking about crypto?
Sure. Go ahead. Yep.
So one, the next movie that we're going to see, and my wife is not excited because I looked at what's coming out next, and there's kind of like a 2 or 3 week gap before a bunch of good movies start coming out. The next thing that comes out in like a week or so, I think a week or two, The Conjuring 3 is coming out. And so my
Yes.
wife has not seen the first or second one. So I'm definitely going to do like a couple TikToks on those. And like I have to get a reaction to her like hiding because she hides.
Wait a minute, Jeannie, isn't The Conjuring 2 the reason why you crapped your pants?
That was Insidious 3.
Insidious. Okay.
Insidious.
I knew it was a scary movie. Yeah.
The first
Yeah.
Insidious was decently scary. The second one was kind of interesting the way that they handled it. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, Jeannie. With like the alternate dimension stuff. 3 was garbage. But The Conjuring, I mean, they started a whole like franchise off of that. The first movie scared the hot caca out of me, and then the second one, I think pretty much did the same thing on the same level. Like it wasn't any better or any worse, I would say. And so if they could pull off this one again, like that, it's gonna be like the perfect scary. Like they're 2 of the scariest movies I've ever seen. So I'm excited to see a third
I
one.
enjoyed those.
And this one's about a true crime one where this guy, it starts out with like this guy, he kills somebody and he's like, the devil made me do it. So
Okay, yeah, that's why it's called Conjuring.
Yeah.
The Devil Made Me Do It.
yeah.
You guys have seen Midsummer, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That movie was scary. That movie was scary. That movie was just weird.
To me, it wasn't scary. It was
weird.
just unnerving. The movie wants to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I mean, it
The
does a
guy
good job
has-
of that. And I was like, I
And-
don't know what I'm watching.
So
right now.
have you seen the first one that director made?
Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Yeah.
Same thing, but with ghosts.
I haven't seen Hereditary now.
There was one scene in that movie that made me feel like uneasy, and I don't want to spoil it because you should watch it because it is worth watching once. But the ending
Okay.
kind of gets kind of metaphorical and midsummery, like, which I went and watched an analysis of Midsummer, and I respect the movie on a different level because of that. But I still don't want to
Okay.
watch it again. Like I don't have any desire to. Like it was not fun to watch.
That movie was gross, and I remember when I watched it. I remember seeing, like, there's spoiler, but there's that scene where like the 2 old people like jump off.
Yeah.
The-
So yeah.
One of them lands and they're like still alive when they hit the ground, and so they have to like beat the person to death, and it's like, what
Yeah.
the heck is happening, dude?
Yeah.
What am I watching?
But what was I gonna say? There's a new M. Night Shyamalan movie coming out, and it looks trippy, bro.
Really? What is it? What's it called?
It's called Old.
Oh
Yeah, they
dude,
released a
I
full-
remember
they-
hearing about this. Yeah,
They released like a full trailer for it, and they showed it before A Quiet Place 2, and it looks like it legit like made me feel a little like nervous. I was like, bro, this might be one of the darker movies that M. Night Shyamalan's made.
Okay, here's the synopsis for it. It says a thriller about a family on a tropical holiday who discover that the secluded beach where they are relaxing for a few hours is somehow causing them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day.
Wow.
So,
I
like,
like
that's
that concept
So
a lot.
the family shows up, right? They show up, and this lady's like, yeah, I found this, like, I found it on like social media, or whatever app, or I can't remember. Like, I found out online about this secret beach, and then they see other people, and they're like, it doesn't seem very secret. Like, there's other families here. And then, like, the kid goes off by himself and something pops up in the water next to him. You don't see it because it's a movie trailer, you know. Anyways, he runs over, and then like it cuts, and like all of a sudden like this dude walks up, and they're just like, where's the son? And he's like, it's me. And it's like an older, like it goes from being like a 14-year-old to like a 20-year-old adult, you know. And then like the daughter, she's even younger. And part of the trailer showed her, she's older, and all of a sudden she's pregnant, and she's like, Mom, I'm scared. She's freaking giving birth, dude. I'm like, what the, dude? But it shows like the parents, and like they're getting old, you know? So that's freaking scary, dude. But it shows them, they like try to escape. Like they try to like go back where they came. They have to go through this little jungle area. They keep saying, they're like every time somebody tries to go back, they black out.
The blackout.
Like
Sorry,
they black out, like they get lost and they can't like you're drunk, like you just all of a sudden don't know where you are.
Oh,
yeah,
like you're trying to escape. Okay,
so they can't get away. And like the end of the trailer showed the girl, the one that like all of a sudden was pregnant, trying to climb the cliff, and she blacks out, and the trailer cuts with them going no, like she's falling. So I was like, bro, this is gonna be messed up, dude. But it's called Old. Dude, M. Night Shyamalan, I'm happy to say that I think he's back on his groove.
Dude,
you know?
that sounds so cool. That is such a good concept.
Genie, come out here. We'll go see it, dude.
I'm down.
What's the other movie that he released recently?
I have nothing to do in June, so.
What's it called? It's called damn it.
Servant, or wait, which one are you talking about? Sorry.
It was Glass. He made that was the last one he did. Yeah.
That movie.
Right.
Okay.
Loved Unbreakable.
Disappointed.
Loved Split. Glass. I respect what he was trying to do with it, but I feel like no matter what type of message you're trying to send, killing your main spoiler alert. I know people don't really care about that movie. That was definitely like a movie for the fans. You know what I mean? Like completing that trilogy. But he
sure.
What's it called? There's no way that you can kill the characters you care about just abruptly like that and not expect people to feel off-put by it, you know? Because literally the characters that you're like hyped up about, and they kept hyping it up like they were going to go to this tower and fight, and all of a sudden one gets shot, one literally gets like picked up and crushed or whatever in his wheelchair, and then Bruce Willis drowns in a puddle. Like it just the most like in like just lame ass way to kill off those characters.
Dude, I mean,
I respect the way he did it though. He made you think that they were gonna go to this tower and fight, and then just like you out of nowhere, but out of nowhere, it's like there's this secret society that tries to keep superheroes from the public, because if people find out that superheroes are real, then what is the point, you know, of like. It just raises all. It's like if aliens all of a sudden showed up, like you're gonna question all kinds of stuff, you know. Which is a good segue into the fact that starting tomorrow, people are gonna be watching the news, waiting to see if the report gets released on the UAP program. Which I don't know if you've been paying attention to TikTok, but and YouTube, more and more videos are getting leaked, and some of them are like, I was like, bro, that's kind of. If I saw that, I would poo my pants.
I'm worried.
Well, I've been watching people like TMZ's been going up to these people who are supposed to be a part of the release of it. Like they're supposed to be the ones that are like, you know, all right, you know, what do you have for us, you know? And they're like, do you think it's aliens, or do you think it's like another country with like advanced technology? And one guy was like, I just don't see it being humans technology without other technological advances coming out. Like there's no way we could make the jump to something that could do that without other technology being made at the same time as a benefit of that. And I agree with that. I feel like there would be leaps in technology before all of a sudden we have a craft that literally has no propulsion and can manipulate like the gravity in front of it to move.
I still think that it's always possible that somehow they did figure out time travel, and it's just people coming from the future to see like what life was like.
You think it's possible?
Chris,
think it's very possible.
Chris, we debated that, and that causes so many other problems that it's just I don't get how that would even happen.
Okay, so Gene, did I explain why time travel is not possible to you or no?
No.
Okay, so just so we're on the same page.
Okay. I have no opinion yet, by the way, so I'm open to being convinced about this.
Okay, so our planet is constantly moving. Okay,
Right.
It's in an orbit.
Constantly orbiting. Yeah, it's always in orbit. It's always moving around the sun. Okay, but our solar system, so the sun and all the planets around it, are also moving, and our galaxy is moving, and the universe is expanding. So, in
Right.
other words, if you tried to go back to the same spot the Earth was in a year ago, you would be doing more than just going back to the same place in orbit. You have to go back to an entirely different spot in space because everything moves, not just the planet. Okay, so you would not only need to figure out how to travel back in time, you'd also need to figure out how to teleport somewhere, somewhere like a specific spot in space.
Sure.
Okay, which, I mean, it's hard enough for us to like fly to a specific spot or whatever, or to get to a specific exact area with a rocket. Like, there's a lot of math there. Imagine trying to get to a specific spot, like somewhere that it's light years away. Like,
Okay.
that's a super far distance, and it's also like it's very obscure. You would need to do so much math to figure out where the Earth was 5, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, there would be so much you have to figure out just to get to that point, and you need to know how to teleport people. So, time travel, if it's possible, it's extremely complicated.
Would we have to have a machine, like, I guess, calculate the exact distance? But even then, it probably couldn't be perfect. You could never perfectly get it right.
Yeah, I mean, because if you think about it right now, like, you're moving in a specific direction.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if you teleported somewhere, unless you somehow managed to like carry that momentum or whatever, technically it's possible that you would teleport to that specific spot in space and the planet would hit you like a car. Like,
Sure. Yeah.
yeah. So it'd be very difficult. You would probably have to travel to a specific spot in space and then like go from that spot where it's just empty space and then jump to that planet. You'd have to do some weird black magic, weird voodoo crap where you would manage to not get hit by the planet at like Mach 4 or whatever, dude. Like,
yeah. And, so one of the videos that was released was a couple of sailors looking at a radar, and there was like a group of things, and like they're moving at like 140 knots. Now they stopped, and then now they disappeared, which means they either went in the water or they went high enough that they didn't show up on radar anymore. So all of a sudden, just like in a blink. So that was released, and the Pentagon right away, like the next day, said that is like authentic footage filmed by the Navy, stuff like that. And then I've seen videos on. I saw one that I don't know if it's real or not, but still, like it was convincing enough. Like what happened in it. It was a couple of people on a boat, and they said it was San Diego, but to me it sounded more like the Middle East. And they're looking at this aircraft that's hovering above the water. And then all of a sudden you hear two like F-18s or two fighter jets like come roaring in, and it dips down into the water and the jets fly by it.
Into the water, like splashes inside, or just like towards the water?
It dives into the water, the aircraft. And then the two fighter jets fly past it and they split off. And the guys in the boat are just like, yo, like freaking out, you know?
Dude.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it's real or not, but
okay. And
50-50.
I want to bring up this debate again because I feel like this is extremely interesting. Would you rather it be aliens or another country that has this technology?
I would rather it be another country, but at the same time, like I said, I'm leaning more towards it's otherworldly, man, because there would be other sides. We as humans are not capable of keeping a secret like that. It's just no way.
I don't know, dude, because I mean,
we'll see. Like I said, I did go through some files that were leaked onto like WikiLeaks or whatever, right? And they were all out of order, but they were very detailed cases about sightings where multiple people saw something. And they like one of them was talking about how there was a video, and I tried to find it had like a number for it, but I couldn't find it. There was so much in there. Like I said, I think what's gonna happen, they're gonna release all this stuff, and then it's gonna be like the Kennedy files, where like for the next week, people are just gonna go through, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see all the stuff that people find.
I will say, I think now is probably the best time to actually like release this stuff, because there's already so much crap going on, and so just being like, oh, by the way, aliens, people are gonna be like, all right, it's nothing to add to the pile, whatever. Like, there's not gonna be something where people are like, this is all we have to focus on right now. Like, with COVID, coming to a close, and all the stuff that's going on with like the investigations into like the origins of COVID, which by the way, they're saying that they're pretty sure it came from a lab, because some people that were working at I think it's like the virology department of like the Institute of Wuhan, people got sick a little bit before COVID happened, and they were hospitalized.
I met this guy in Dubai that actually, like, I know I keep saying this, but like this guy in Dubai who is like this very rich guy that I had ran into at a club, and then we ended up at his villa afterwards, was explaining to us, he showed us his Bitcoin wallet. He had 1,500 whole Bitcoins, and he was very, 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 very rich. But he was explaining, he was like, one of the things that he said around right when the coronavirus started, I had more money than I ever had, than I knew what to do with, because I had, his father is huge, like the richest Afghan apparently. But someone from the Chinese government called him and said, hey, if you want to make a lot of money, and if you want to do this is September 2019, invest in a mask warehouse. It costs 1 cent to make the masks, and then you can sell them for $1. And so apparently he had invested in that September 2019 in the masks, and then COVID happens.
So
what the heck, dude?
I mean, I've heard tons of theories that this was something for China to basically cripple the world's economy. I don't know. That's just one of those like theories, I don't believe it. I'm not saying I do, but it's definitely something to think about, because if you think about it, that's kind of what happened. The whole world's economy was kind of hit by this, and I still am scared to see what the repercussions of this are going to be in the future, because a lot of people just found out, oh, so you can kick me out of my house again. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Wait, what?
So while COVID was going on, people were not allowed to evict you, but this last month, people can do that now. So I feel like a lot of people, you're going to see a lot of houses get foreclosed on. You're going to see people get kicked out of their apartments for not paying rent for a while. Like, it's, I don't know. We'll see. Right now is not a good time to buy a house, but I think in like 6 months it could be. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Yeah.
But, what was I going to say? I watched Fauci get just totally just, they were like, he was like, no, we did not basically fund, because I guess there was some kind of project going on at the Wuhan lab that was taking the the SARS virus, which is the one that had like a 15% mortality rate, the one that everybody got scared of, and then it just stopped all of a sudden, which is interesting how it just kind of stopped. And basically the program, they're saying this program was messing with it so that it would, if it mutated, it basically it would. They could weaponize this virus, but in such a way that it looked natural. It looked like a natural virus. And Fauci said that, yes, this project was going on, but the thing that they were going after him for was saying that they think they have evidence that the U.S. helped fund this project. And so he was saying, no, we did not fund this project. And they're just going back and forth. And he's like, and you know how those guys are that are always questioning people during these hearings or whatever. They're always like, so why did you do this? This, and they're like, we didn't do this. So why did you do this? This, and you know what I mean? Like they ignore the fact that they're saying they didn't do it. They just keep asking questions about it. Yeah. And you could tell Fauci was kind of rattled by it, which makes me concerned. But it's just, there's definitely a lot going on there that I mean it's definitely fishy. And I don't know. I keep hearing, it seems like every week now you hear about a new strain and they're like, oh, it's worse. It's more contagious. It's this, it's that. So when this fall comes, it'll be interesting to see because they're already saying, oh, so it turns out you're probably going to need a booster. Probably going to need a booster shot. Yeah, that's what they're saying now.
I saw that too.
So,
dude. Well, see,
I don't know, man.
I did a on my Discord server. What I did was I basically said like, hey, like I want to show you like anyone who's active right now. I want to show them how I do my emotes and stuff like that. Hop into this voice channel. We'll go ahead and talk about that. And we were in there for a while, I think like an hour, and eventually we started talking about the vaccine. So people were like, "Yeah, I've gotten it," and so people were like, "Oh, I'm on my first dose or whatever." And it's weird. Everyone has like a different opinion about it, and it's like that was my big issue. Is there's not enough like there's not a source that you can go to where they give 100% accurate information because no one has the right information anymore.
So tell me if
they don't have enough detail about stuff.
They've been saying in the news that like 50% should be vaccinated by like July 1st. Do you think that's a true? Do you think that's a realistic number? That 50% of the U.S. is going to be vaccinated?
50% is a big chunk.
It depends on how many people are already currently vaccinated, because for all that I know, there could be like 10% that are currently vaccinated, and that's the case.
The thing that scares me is that everybody's like, "Oh, I got this one. I got this one." Like, it's not the same vaccine that everybody's getting. Some people need more doses than others.
Here's what I'll say. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason why.
Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can see it, right?
Yeah.
I was trying. Sorry to interrupt. I was trying to show you this earlier. This is one of the videos that I saw. Hang on.
What the heck is that, dude?
This is something that.
Okay, went behind the wing. All right.
And then it disappears. But I gotta go back and find it. But somebody else has another video of it from like the other side.
In the meantime, so the reason why people wanted to get the vaccine in the first place is because.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was trying to find these earlier. This is the video of the one going into the ocean and the F-18's flying by.
What the?
Hang on.
His face is all pixelated.
Look.
Yeah, dude. It's really like
goes in the water.
That looks
and then
fake, dude. That's weird.
And then 2 planes fly by.
The thing is, like, if that's real, it's so like unnatural that it looks fake.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm 50-50.
That's weird.
You can't tell these days, man.
The fact that they pixelated the face, though, makes me think, like, there's a good chance it's real. But anyways, so the reason why people were worried about COVID in the first place is because if everybody gets sick, the entire workforce is just gone, right? It'd be like if everybody got the flu or everybody got a cold, right?
Sure.
Especially since it can cause respiratory issues, etc. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Then, if 50% of the people who are in the workforce get vaccinated, right? Is COVID an issue anymore? Because all that it means is that, like, worst case scenario, if there's a massive outbreak, there's a good chunk of people that are gone. But like, if there's enough people vaccinated, then people could still be working.
Well, the thing is like they've been saying now that there's still a very small percentage chance that you can still get sick even though you got the vaccine.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, different strains and stuff like that. But this is so stupid.
It's a mess.
This is why I stay inside all the time, dude. Dude, why are you so pale? Go outside. No, there's a pandemic going on. And it's still not over.
Yeah, when I went to the movies yesterday, there was a lot of people. It's going back to normal here. Everybody's out.
That reminds me. I was gonna say it earlier. I saw a TikTok where someone was apparently like there was a like an arrangement of like hangers at a store that looked like a certain fascist symbol from the 1940s. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
no.
Swastika.
Where did this come from? What are we talking about?
Some TikTok. There was hangers at a store that looked like a swastika. Like they looked
like
a swastika. I don't know, like Walmart or something. It looked like it. It wasn't okay, but the thing is, the guy had a mask on, and I saw somebody in the comments. They said, "Take off your mask." I was like, "Are you dumb?" First off, he doesn't have to take off his mask. When they get rid of the mask mandate, all it means is you don't have to. If you still want to, you can. It'd be like whether or not you want to wear an undershirt.
Well, right now they're saying that you Right now, they're saying you have to wear a mask unless you're vaccinated. Right? Is that?
Yeah. Indoors.
Yeah.
Indoors, yeah. So is that a state by state thing or is that federal?
I think it's state by state.
Okay.
But the thing is, what I don't
I need to pay.
understand is
I need to pay more attention to what the laws are here, because I saw groups of people and I was like, "There's no way that everybody in that group's vaccinated."
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Well, I mean, okay. Here's the thing. In all honesty, China has been wearing masks forever. Okay, and they do it for a reason because it's super dense over there in terms of the population. So if somebody gets the flu, the last thing you want is for them to start coughing on all the freaking people who are walking around at the malls and well, they're not malls, more like markets over there. But you get what I'm saying, because there's crowds constantly over there, right? And so honestly, like I don't think masks will go away now, and if they do, it's a little bit of a bad decision in my opinion. But
I don't know. I feel like there's too much of a want to go back to what we consider normal that I feel like at some point they're just gonna be like, all right, no more masks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I mean, I don't get why people want to go back so bad. So much stuff like
people miss the human interact. I mean, I was like, I missed going to the movies.
Okay, and that's fine. I'm saying like to a certain extent, right? Like I'm okay with people getting in groups and stuff like that, so long as they all wear masks, right? Like there shouldn't be an issue then, right?
So they all have to wear masks if they're in a group?
If there's enough people, yes. So like if you have a group of 30 people in a small area, yeah, I would say it's probably a good idea to all wear masks unless a good chunk of them are vaccinated.
Which you'll never know, because the whole reason why they're not doing the passport thing, which is controversial, is because it violates HIPAA.
Then wear a mask. That's all I gotta say about that. Like,
what's that?
I mean,
exactly.
That is your health record confidentiality. Like nobody's allowed to ask you, have you been vaccinated? Like they can get in trouble for that. That is your personal privacy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if it's a stupid opinion or not. I just like to be on the safe side.
Of course.
Like, you know how I am, especially when it comes to like TikTok or whatever, right? Like when we talk about, oh, don't like unfollow this person because you might be able to see your name on there or whatever, right? Like just sort of I always try and play it safe with everything. And so whether it be, keeping your identity, under wraps or try not to get COVID spread everywhere. Like I like that about everything. And so yeah, I think masks are fine.
By the way, I got recognized in the line at the movies.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah. This
what was
kid,
that like?
I mean, it's happened before at restaurants and stuff. But this kid was like, he just turns and he looks at me and he's like, and then he's like, and I was like, and then like he turns to his sister, like, and she's like, what's wrong? And he's just like, that's Danny. And then she's like, Danny, and he's Danny Dorito from TikTok. And then it's just, oh, and like, well, don't be so weird about it. And then I was walking to the bathroom, and I was walking to the bathroom right before the movie started. And when I walked back in, he was walking out, and there was a bunch of people like going in, like there's a big group, and he just goes, I knew it. He's in this. He's seeing this too, or whatever. And like everybody just looks at me all weird, like. And I was like, I just laughed and kept going. I was like, but yeah, that's
funny, dude.
Because we got recognized at a hibachi restaurant, and as we were going, they wanted to take pictures. They're like, can we take some pictures with you? And the whole restaurant got like dead quiet, and everybody was like staring at us like, who are these people?
Oh,
it was interesting.
Do you usually accept, or like
Yeah, we took pictures with them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it just feels weird, like I don't feel like that should be happening.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is once again it's a little irrelevant, but so earlier I mentioned like on my streams I've been doing like science and technology streams, right?
Yeah.
And so the first one I did was I literally was doing like a project for my computer. It was like intro to structured programming. So I was coding something, right?
Hmm.
Great stream. I had fun. And then most recently, I did one where I was designing a laser gun. Okay.
Okay.
And dude, I think it's so funny that I can do stuff like that where like because people were going in there like that looks like a gun. And I was like, oh well, it's a laser gun. And some people were like, it looks like one of those money guns, like the Supreme ones, right? And some people were like, those look like a Mac 10. Like I got like people like different opinions about everything. And it was fun. I even showed off my laser gun that I have right now.
How many viewers did you average doing that?
I can check, but I was getting like anywhere from like 15 to 30. So
That's
like
good. Pretty good.
people definitely watched and
it's different. You don't see people doing that often.
Yeah, and people were like, "What are you making? What are you making?" So I'd explain it.
Yeah. So a lot of newcomers then, huh? Or
yeah. I mean, I can look. So it was. I've been averaging like 20 viewers for those streams. There's some streams that I've had where I've averaged like 37, but it's probably because of raids and stuff like that. But actually, yeah. So
pretty good.
I got 21 average viewers that stream, and I was just making a laser gun. Yeah, I had fun. I'm gonna do it again. But I definitely want to do a TikTok live stream where I actually like build it. Because that'd be fun, dude. Because I was like getting ready to make one, and then I was like,
wait, so on that bigger account, like the original account, you can still go live on that, right?
I can still go live. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, can you still go live?
Like, are you able to?
I should be.
Because if you can go live on there, people give gifts.
Yeah, it says I can still go live, but I don't know. It just says my account's monetization has been suspended, and I mean,
it says that.
Just don't look like
this account's
just.
Yeah. So okay. Although somehow I made $2.81 right now, so that's cool.
That's nice.
They forgot to actually demonetize you.
No, hold on. No, I'm on the wrong account.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Well, when you do it, don't look like you're having fun because they might ban you. But like, otherwise.
Okay, so it says your account is suspended from TikTok Creator Fund until June 30th, 2021 at 10:06 a.m. Submit an appeal, and when I click on it, it says your account cannot be restored. Yeah, it feels good, man. But yeah, I mean, it says I can still go live.
So, I was gonna say, so this past 4 weeks, I've been doing a beginner's weightlifting program, like just to kind of get your body.
Why are your shorts so short, dude?
It's just because they're like those Dan Bilzerian style shorts, like the shorter ones. They're like athletic shorts. Relax.
No, it's funny.
I'm gonna get demonetized, bro.
Show off the calf muscle.
Naked yoga?
No.
Yeah.
Naked yoga. The inverted crotch stretch.
Oh my god. Dude.
Anyways, I was doing like this beginner 4-week program, like to just kind of get your body used to weightlifting again, because I was sore for that first week. It was bad. I felt like I got hit by a train. Like I was just like, my whole body hurt. It hurt to get up. It hurt to walk. It hurt to lay down. You know, it hurt to laugh. Like if I went like this, my whole chest hurt. You know, like everything just hurt. But anyways, now that I'm done with that, I'm starting this program. It's probably like the most like legit bodybuilding routine I've ever done. I've always done like strength training workouts. This is more for like putting on size. So I'm excited. Because I've never worked out for hypertrophy, which is like, you know, straight up fatigue. I've always worked for like, you know, trying to lift stronger than the last workout, whereas this is like you're trying to get more reps than the last time. So it's like it's more focused on getting those higher reps. Like I usually worked out in like the 4 to 8 rep range. This is going to be 2 weeks of strength, and then the 2 weeks after that is size, and then you just rotate back and forth, because obviously being stronger means you can lift heavier and do more reps with that heavier weight, and so it's just back and forth. 2 weeks strength, 2 weeks size. But I'm just excited to be like in the gym again, you know, and like now it's like it's a 4-day split. instead of just a full body workout every time. So I'm focusing on specific muscles again. So
that reminds me, there is that picture that I sent of Joe Rogan in the gym. It looks like he's grabbing his own nuts.
He's totally doing a kettlebell swing, but yeah, it's funny.
No, but because he's all like, he looks like got a tight grip, bro. Got a tight grip. I was like, what is happening? You know, and he has no mask on, and I was like, what the? Man, it was like, well, he's got his own gym in his house. I was like, it just looks weird. Joe Rogan's a meme, dude.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the first thing I thought of when I quit today. I was like, I am going to go to the gym every morning now, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. Like I don't have to like be on the computer for my work or anything like that. So
yeah, I don't know. I'll probably get into decent shape by the end of the summer, but like next summer, dude.
Yeah.
The plan is I'm gonna be freaking yoked.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna start taking the roids. No, just kidding. Can you imagine? I just show up and you guys are like, what the fuck?
Do you still take creatine?
No, I stopped taking creatine, because it definitely helps. It's good. It's good for other things like your brain. Like they're giving it to Alzheimer patients and they're saying it helps like preserve their brain function and stuff. So it's just good for you in general. But I don't know. Right now, I'm just focusing on trying to lose weight, and the last thing I want to do is add like 3 or 4 pounds of water weight to the scale all of a sudden. You know, like it would just be kind of like demotivating. But once I start, because right now I'm eating in a deficit to lose fat. You know, that's my main goal, is to lose fat. And right now I'm in a window where like for the first couple of months I can lose fat and gain muscle at the same time because my body's been at it. I haven't been lifting weights for a year, so my body's responding really quickly to working out again. But once I actually start like eating bulking calories, which is like you add like 300 calories to your maintenance a day. So I'll be eating like 2,500 calories a day, which I wish I could eat more. I listen to all these other bodybuilders like, I'm eating 3,500 calories a day. I'm like, God damn, that sounds like fun. You know, like their cutting calories is my bulking calories.
How do you eat that many calories? I don't understand how people do that.
Dude, all you have to do is take your protein shake, add a banana and a scoop of peanut butter to it, and that's like an extra 500 calories. It's not that hard. Instead of using water, you add milk. That's like another 100 calories. It's not that hard to.
Dude, because even when I tried drinking that, what is
mass
it called?
gainer?
The mass gainer, yeah, that didn't help. Because
so mass gainer is just calories.
Hold on, because here's the thing, dude. When I tried to drink that, it was like, one, our blender was too small, and two, it was a lot to drink. Like I couldn't drink all of it in a day.
Well, you got to think. You look at those things, and it's like 1,200 calories.
I see.
It's gonna be a lot, but it's the easiest way to get calories in for somebody who's having trouble putting on weight. Is to drink like a gainer shake. But I'm convinced that homemade gainer shakes are just better. They taste better, and a lot of those mass gainers, the powders, they use a lot of like starch and stuff to like put those calories in there, and it's really not the best for you. It's a lot to like put in your body at once. Like your digestive system's like working overtime.
I mean, you know? I will say, dude, I freaking love eggs, and I want to eat them more often. And so I think it's probably gonna be the easy way for me to get some extra calories, because you can put like cheese and stuff in there, and like, dude,
I found a TikTok hack. So you take a Ziploc bag, right? You get a pot, you boil some water, you take a Ziploc bag, you crack the 2 eggs into the bag, you add your whatever stuff you want in there too, right? So like throw some bacon and cheese in there or something, you know?
Okay,
and then you shake it up so it's like blended, you know, all mixed together. Close the bag, you know, try to get most of the air out, and then you put it in the water and let it boil the egg, and then you have like this egg burrito thing that has cheese and bacon in it, and it's supposed to be really quick. Like it doesn't take long to do that. You know what I mean? It's like way easier than making an omelet.
You know what? I've actually made omelets before. I prefer it. I just prefer having scrambled eggs, for sure.
I feel like omelets are only really good if you like add butter to the pan and stuff like that to make it like taste better. Because eggs by themselves don't have a lot of flavor.
I agree. I want to try crepes.
It's just
Crepes
like
are good.
it's just
Are
like a
they?
thin
Like pancakes.
pancake. Yeah, it's like a thin
Yeah,
pancake,
yeah,
but they
yeah.
throw the stuff. They stuff like whipped cream and chocolate Nutella and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Chris,
I mean,
if I
that
were
doesn't
you,
sound
man,
bad to me.
I would. Chris, if I were you, I would go get a gym membership at the gym I was going to because it's cheap. And not only that, Dad's friends would probably hook you up and make it even cheaper. They were giving me like half price.
I would definitely want to like have like some sort of home gym, dude.
But the thing with the home gym is it's just like you don't have the same amount of space and there's definitely machines and equipment that like make things easier than having to like take your own squat rack and change everything around so you can do bench press and then you can do squats and then you can do this, you can do that.
Yeah, but I don't have a freaking buddy to go with, dude. I feel like
I've
going by yourself
never-
is just weird.
Never used a partner. I like putting my headphones on and being left alone. I like being focused. I can't because I've always noticed like when I know two buddies go, they'll start out like, all right, we're doing bench. And the next thing you know, it takes them like 20 minutes to do their next set because they keep stopping and chit-chatting the whole time or showing each other something on their phone and stuff like I just feel like it's better. Like you see The Rock all the time. He's working out by himself. He ain't got no buddy to work out with. The Rock didn't get...
Does he go to an actual gym or does he have...
The Rock has his own home gym.
Then that's different, dude.
No, it's not different because he has like...
It is different.
No, it's like going to the gym, but it's at your house, dude. It's like a whole warehouse of workout equipment. That's
different.
It's a home gym, but it's really a full-size gym.
No, because when you go to an actual gym, there's other people there.
Not if you go late like I do. I'm going to go after this podcast. There's probably going to be like one person there.
They're open that late?
That's what I'm saying. It's a 24/7 gym. You can go whenever you want. You could go at 3 a.m. if you want to. Nobody's going to bat an eye. I have gone to the gym here at 3 a.m. It's nice because there's nobody there.
I mean, I'm awake at that time anyways. So I'm down. I'm down.
If you're looking for something to do. I feel like I feel you about wanting to go with a friend. I wanted to do that too for a long time. And like I did it for like a good month. And then like now I'm kind of in the place where it's like, okay, I just want to put headphones on, go for a run.
Go throw some Metallica on. And just do your thing.
Exactly. It's literally what I'm listening to though. So it's not a joke.
I'm not super... I'm not buff or anything. I'm a very skinny dude. And so I would say before I go to an actual gym, I at least want to like put on some muscle at home. That way when I go in there, I don't look like I'm a little kid that's about to freaking get crushed by the...
I feel the exact same way every time I'm doing it. I feel the exact same. I'm like, I'm too little. I'm comparing myself to everybody else. I feel so weird. I feel like I'm not doing it right. My form is off. That's why I'm just gonna run.
There's a lot of things that I feel like you don't think about, especially Chris. The gym that I'm talking about going to is very, very cheap. Well, not cheap, but it's very affordable, especially since you got a hookup. Okay, you're gonna get a good deal on it. You just tell Dad like, hey, I'm gonna start going to this gym. But what I was gonna say is the difference there is most of the stuff that you get for a home gym is not the highest quality. It's the more affordable, cheaper version of equipment. You have to buy all the plates that you need. So as soon as you're able to lift a certain amount, you got to drop more money on more plates to be able to lift more.
I already have plates, dude.
Dude, I'm sorry, but that thing is not... I would be pissed. I tried working out using that equipment last time I was down, and I was like, yeah, I would have to go to a real gym.
Well, okay.
What? Go ahead. Well, I was gonna say, like, what do you think about like just doing like push-ups and sit-ups daily until like you're at a good spot?
I don't have an issue with that. I'd be down for that.
So push-ups and sit-ups and stuff like that, like, don't get me wrong, like you can, if you were like trying to lose weight at the same time, you would definitely see a little bit of a toning difference. You'd be like, oh, I got like a little bit of chest muscle. But there's only so much you can do with body weight. Like you're gonna get demotivated very quick unless you're somebody who wants to be in like Navy SEAL shape, which most people are not looking for that. They're looking more for something they can see, not more athletic performance. So the other thing I was gonna say is though, you go to a gym and like I have discovered new equipment like every time I go to another gym, and I'm like, dude, they made a machine that does this that I've always tried to do with like dumbbells, and it just never feels right. You know what I mean? Something like that. And then the other thing is they got mirrors. I cannot work out without mirrors. I can't work out without seeing my form. If I don't see my form, I feel like I'm doing it wrong. You know, like it throws me off. Like I need to be able to see myself when I'm lifting the weight to make sure I'm doing it to the right. Like, cause like, what are they called? upright rows, like it's a shoulder workout, and you lift the bar up to like you want to lift it up to like your pecs, right? You don't want to go too you want it to get at least there. You don't want to go too high because then you can like pull something, and you don't want to go too low or else you're not really getting the full workout, you know, you're not getting the full activation. Stuff like that. But the biggest thing to me is the quality of equipment. You're not going to get that with a home gym unless you really like drop like a $5,000.
Well, what I definitely need to do, and it's going to be easier now because the treadmill in the guest room is finally like I can actually use it now. I definitely need to like walk or like run more because I'm always sitting on my freaking butt all day.
Yeah,
And so that's to me that's the number one priority is just trying to get to a point where I at least like, am being somewhat active so that I'm not like wasting away every single day that I'm in here.
It's a great place to start, I'd say.
Yeah.
The other thing is like if you superset exercises, like let's say you do like I'll do bench press, a set up bench press, and then I'll immediately go do like some lat pull downs. So it's 2 exercises back to back. And then you take I've been resting for like 2 minutes between those sets. You cut your workout time in half because you're doing 2 exercises back to back instead of like, you know, 1 set of bench press, wait 2 minutes, 1 set of bench press, wait 2 minutes, then go do the lat pull downs. Doing 2 exercises back to back, if you're really trying to like get a good workout and like gain some muscle, it's going to also work your cardiovascular system because you're breathing the whole time heavy trying to move that weight.
Wait, hold on. Just because are you saying like if I was to do like bench press, then I could do something else where it's like it's not gonna be as stressful on that area? It'll be like a different.
Yeah, so like it's a common technique that bodybuilders do so that they can like because bodybuilders they literally go to the gym for like 2 hours because they're trying to milk out as much fatigue as they can because when you're on steroids like you have to work out like twice as hard because your body responds really easy, but then like to keep getting like not anybody could take steroids. But not anybody can get Arnold big. Like that is dedication. That is like you keep pushing yourself to the point where like a normal human being cannot do that.
Right.
You know. But no, like I'll be doing like squats and then go do a set of deadlifts right after that, and like I'm like holy shit, like I you know like I'm feeling a little woozy. Like that was a lot of work, and I'm out of shape. You know what I mean? But that would be a good way to also get a little cardio in while doing it because you're like walking around, like going to different machines and stuff. But Chris, I was gonna say because I know when you were still in high school, it was like a couple years back. You tried working out and you were having a hard time putting on muscle. I'm curious to see if you could put some on now because it's been a couple of years.
I probably could now. The one thing I do remember seeing a lot when I was still in high school is, abs were not an issue for me. Like I was starting to see it already. And
you're already pretty
now,
lean,
like, yeah. Now when I look, I'm like, yeah, they're gone now. It's like they've just like evaporated because I haven't been doing anything. So I know like that's one of the big things.
Everybody has abs. You can definitely make them bigger and like stronger, but everybody has a 6-pack. It's just covered by fat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just that like
you got a little layer of fat now.
Yeah.
No, it's not that I have a layer of fat. It's just like they're not as like how do I say it? They're not as like defined because I haven't done anything to like make them pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
I don't do because we still have the ab wheel, and I love doing ab wheel rollouts because those
you feel it. Yeah.
You can feel it. That and then what was the thing where like you have like the pull up bar and then you like lift your legs up?
Leg raises. They're literally called leg raises.
Because those they're tough, but like
I got to the point when I was in the military. I got to the point where I would put a dumbbell between my feet and do those.
Yeah, you had to put weight. Yeah, I remember that.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I will show you some not safe for work pictures. No, I'm just kidding. But I was in good shape, dude. I was in good shape.
Yeah.
And my wife's like,
that's cool.
Like we both are like, we need to get back in shape. You know, now that like
I missed the old day Dorito.
We went on a freaking nostalgia trip yesterday. Mom and I, we were looking at your old videos, and we found a bunch of the videos from when you visited. And dude, I don't remember this happening, but when you first like introduced me on TikTok, the first thing I did was I pulled out my homemade stun gun and just like like, and I was like, that thing is loud, bro. Why did we do that? Like, that's scary looking. But that, I mean, that's stuff that I was into, bro.
Yeah. But you guys saying that you're worried, like you're self-conscious about going to the gym and being like the skinny guy, the scrawny guy. To me, you just shouldn't feel that way, because it's the same thing as a really fat person going and like getting on the treadmill there. Like,
sure.
The way you always explained to me was everyone's got to start somewhere, but like,
yeah, I remember I remember when I started and the bar was hard.
I just want to say this because I guess back when I went, like I remember like it was nice having somebody there because it felt like like someone was teaching me, so I had an excuse to like not know what I was doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if I went on my own and I was like not doing a good job, I don't want some random person to come up and be like, "Hey man, you're doing this wrong." Like I don't know. I feel weird about that.
There's only one time in the entire time that I've been weightlifting at public gyms that somebody's come up to me and said something about like what I was doing, and it was because I was at a Gold's Gym, and the guy that worked there was like, "I don't know you. I don't know. I haven't been watching you lift." He's like, "But you're like how tall you are and everything. I am worried about how much weight you're trying to squat right now. Like, don't do that. Like, take a plate off of each side." And I was like, "Bro, are you serious?" And he's like, "I'm just saying I don't want a liability." And I was like, "Bro, so you're telling me I can't lift what I'm about to because you're worried I'm gonna hurt myself because I don't look like I'm strong enough to do it, is what you're telling me?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he gave me a weird look because I was doing like chin ups with 245-pound plates attached. I got to the point where I could do 4, or not. It was a 45 and a 35, but still, I mean, it was like almost my body weight. And so like he gave me a dirty look, and I was like, "Yeah, screw you, dude." Like telling me that I can't do something. But that's the only time anybody's ever come up to me and been like, "I don't feel safe with what you're doing." But the way that I always did it was like, if I'm worried about my form, I literally like I pull up the YouTube video of like, just look up on YouTube bench press form, and you'll find somebody that we know showing how to do it.
Okay, it'd be different if I could see myself in third person, like full like GTA style or whatever, right?
I know people who take videos of themselves to like critique themselves and see if they're doing it right. I know a lot of people do it for deadlifts.
Having videos of myself from TikTok. I don't want to have videos of me going to the gym.
All I'm saying is that everybody else who goes to the gym and works out by themselves, they've been through it. So
I know. It's just I feel stupid. Like I don't like feeling stupid either. I don't know, dude.
Gotta get out of your comfort zone. That's life.
Shut up.
Stop making excuses for yourself. Get your ass to the gym.
Like I said, I used to go
start drinking. What is it? Peanut butter pie, Baskater shakes.
I used to go with Jacob, and when Jacob and I went, like I had fun because it was me and like literally like my best friend working out, and he'd been doing it longer than I had. So like I liked hearing his feedback because it made me feel like, hey, like I'm learning something. I think that's the big thing is I like knowing that I'm learning and not there's a difference between feeling stupid because you don't know what you're doing and you have anyone to guide you, and feeling stupid but learning in the process. What?
Somebody's in the because I have OBS up and somebody's in the chat. They're like, "Anybody here? Danny?" With a question mark. Like
you gotta respond.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
I'm going into the chat.
I am the ghost of Danny DeVito. He is.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Because and Jacob, obviously, like, I can't work out with him anymore because he's not in town anymore. But I liked working out with him. It was fun. And then I worked out with my other friend Felix, who he was like just as skinny as me, but I didn't like working out with him because I felt like we worked out at my house, so like there's no room. And 2, I felt like I was teaching him, and I was like neither of us know what we're doing. Like, I was like, I feel like I'm not like doing this right. I don't know. I want to go with someone who has some experience. I don't want to be the person who's trying to teach people because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Why are you? What are you
It's
doing?
an excuse, man.
It's not an excuse if I want to make sure I'm doing it right.
Bro, you're not gonna hurt yourself with just the bar. Like, just go like practice your form with the bar. You're still gonna get a workout.
It's not about hurting myself. It's making sure I'm actually like getting the full workout, dude.
Oh, you can feel it. If you'll be like, there's when you do an exercise correctly, like after the set, you're like, damn, like you feel it. Your muscles swollen, like that. That's literally why they call it getting swole. You'll know right away. You'll be like, this doesn't feel like I'm doing anything. And then so you just look up the video and you're like, oh yeah, I'm not doing it at the right angle, or I'm not doing this to the right range of motion, or that's literally what everybody has to go through.
I don't know, man.
I believe in you. Jacked Cool Ranch, Chris.
I feel more comfortable going with somebody else. That's final answer.
But who's gonna go with you?
I guess I'll have to find out, dude.
You gonna hire somebody?
No.
Go to the gym with me. I'll pay you a Jack in the Box.
Oh man.
Do not eat that after the gym, by the way. That's
yeah.
That is not proper fuel.
Factory. Don't eat Cheesecake Factory.
Dude, I knew a guy in the military. He would go to the gym and then drink a 6-pack every day. And it's just like,
oh god.
And like alcohol is proven to like, it turns off protein synthesis. Because your body is like, we need to get the alcohol out of here now. Like it just shuts everything else off. The priority is get this poison out of here. It ain't worried about building muscle.
Yeah, isn't that weird that like that's like people drink alcohol and it's like literally your body's like, we don't want this here. What are you?
Yeah, and I mean, like there's definitely such a thing as like getting a beer belly from literally just, pounding beers all day every day for like a couple of years, and all of a sudden you just have this like gut from it because you're people like to compare beer to like bread. It's like eating bread because there's all that same kind of stuff in it. Yeah, but a lot of times people get out of shape because they drink, and when they drink, they eat a lot of bad food, and when you are drinking, your body is prioritizing getting rid of the alcohol, so everything else pretty much just gets stored as fat. Like it doesn't. Your body's just like, all right, we'll take care of this later. Let's just get the alcohol out of here. So the last thing you want to do, and the worst thing you can do, is eat sugar while you're drinking, because sugar is the easiest thing for your body to just convert into fat after, because your body's like, if I'm not using it right now, it's going into storage. Sugar's really easy to convert.
What would you say about drinking G Fuel while you're working out, like in place of water?
You could drink hydration in place of water, I guess, but the regular G Fuel, I mean, it'd be like drinking coffee before a workout. It's just caffeine.
Well, people use it as a pre-workout sometimes, don't they? I mean, it's not recommended.
Black coffee. I used to do it when I was on the boat and stuff. I didn't have it. When you're at sea down south near Mexico for 2 months, you're not gonna like, I ran out of pre-workout. Time to go to GNC in Mexico.
What I'm saying is that it's not advertised as being used as a pre-workout. It's more as like an energy drink for gaming.
It's caffeine and vitamins.
Yeah.
And pre-workout usually just has it, depending on what you get, but most standard pre-workouts, they have like beta-alanine, maybe some creatine, a couple things added to it that sound fancy, but like, and the other thing was like, I see all these people, these idiots, man, they're dry scooping their pre-workout. Those ingredients require water to work. So if you're just scooping the pre-workout, you're not getting the full effect and the benefits of the pre-workout, because a lot of it takes water for those things to basically be absorbed.
Activate. Well, so what if you? Oh, I'm gonna get closer to the mic. What if you dry scooped pre-workout and then like chugged water?
I think that would essentially do the same thing, but if you've ever chugged water before a workout, it does not feel. You feel like you get cramps and stuff because your body's being stressed. Like, it's the last thing you want to do is chug a bunch of water and then go like lift heavy weights. Like, you're gonna be like water sloshing around in your stomach and stuff.
Interesting.
That's why they say you're supposed to drink your pre-workout like 20 to 30 minutes before you work out. It's supposed to be like in your system, ready to be, you know, you're like primed. Your body's primed with it when you go to the gym. It's not like, oh, pre-workout scoop while I'm in the locker room and then immediately go to the weights. Like, it's gonna hit you halfway through your workout. It's a waste.
What the heck is XQC doing right now, dude?
I don't. But anyways, this is getting long, so we should probably cut it.
All right. Well, I just want to say, XQC's watching a video of a turtle getting like fed water. Oh, well, now someone just jumped off the helicopter. What is happening? Anyways,
he's probably watching memes.
He is.
He I swear he like doesn't know what to do now that he's banned from NoPixel.
Yeah. Well, dude, I donated and I was like, hey, like, are you gonna go to a different server? And he's like, people are all spamming in the chat. Dono is what's Aiden Ross's server, SSR or what, something like that, like
SSB
like,
World.
It's an ad for that or something like that, and I was like, oh my god, be quiet. Like they thought I was shilling for that server.
But did he say anything?
Yeah, he was like, he's like, I don't want to go to a different server and this and that, and I essentially said, I was like, well, because NoPixel, like, I feel like they have their priorities in the wrong place. Like they ban people for like the weirdest stuff, but when cops like power game, it's like they don't care. And he's like, he basically said like, oh, well, yeah, like I mean, it's kind of a weird way to put it, but like, yeah, I guess you're right. Like the cops kind of do like get to do whatever they want. And I was like, well, anyways, man, like it's my last donation, but like, you know, I hope everything gets resolved, because it's not going to get resolved. It's done. And I was like, jeez, bro.
Yeah,
like, I feel so bad, dude.
They made a big deal because they're like, you're not coming back. Like you're not coming back to the server.
What did he get banned for? I didn't realize I was on mute.
I didn't really
RDM'd somebody, I guess, but like it was because he was pissed off because people kept cops literally like they were doing what's called power gaming, which is basically like using certain parts of the game to like get an advantage over people, where it's unfair, right?
Yeah.
And there was literally it was that stream that we were watching where he was getting chased by the cops and he jumped to like the dock.
Yeah.
And that cop like lunged at him while he was in the water and socked him in the face.
Yeah.
And then they started shooting at him
in the water and stuff. Like it just
And the biggest thing, they had somebody stand in the middle of the road so that XQC would like hit the dude, and then they would have a reason to start shooting at him. So they were like legit risking people's lives. Like, you wouldn't do that in real life.
Yeah, the cop would literally like purposely like get hit so that they could like use force and stuff like that. And then they were trying to get him in trouble so they could go search his house, because they knew that like he had stuff there that he was stockpiling. And so like it was just like
they're raid baiting or whatever it's called.
NoPixel is definitely the server to be on right now, but like after he got banned, people are talking about like it's not the same. People are talking about boycotting it. So I don't know, but Summit, he got a job as a cop. He's just been doing that, and it's cool, but it's not the same.
It's not super interesting either, in my
opinion.
But and also he said he's not going to do Minecraft speedruns. I also asked that.
Yeah.
Because he used to do them, and I was like, when the new update
how much did you have to?
goes, no.
How much did you have to donate for him to respond?
$5.
Okay, that's cool.
It's TTS, yeah.
It's funny because I go watch Moist Critical sometimes.
I love that guy.
Yeah, and that guy legit, like, you got to give him credit for like the size that he is. He'll have like 5,000 viewers or something like that, and he'll still thank everybody for their sub.
I used to watch his Yu-Gi-Oh and like Pokemon card unboxings everywhere. He'd be like, "Oh, this is big.
My wife,
$2, baby." You know?
my wife hates his voice, dude.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, he sounds like a stoner, like the way he talks.
That's interesting.
But I think it's funny.
People say he has like a very dry voice where he's just very monotone all the time. That's just how he is.
I sound like a stoner?
I just thought but I thought it was, if you listen to him, you know what I'm talking about. It's funny when he reviews like the McDonald's BTS meal, and I did the same thing. I reviewed it on TikTok, and I was like, this is stupid, and it's just sauce. Like there's nothing different about it. And like I saw the clip of him and he was like dunking it in the Cajun sauce. He's just like, oh yeah, yeah. It tastes like ass. Like it's just like, like
So true.
he's like, it's awful.
Dude, there was one that I saw where he was eating a burger or something like that, and in the caption it said, "When somebody asked me what the last name of the family from the Rugrats is," and he goes, the pickles.
Yeah, the pickles. Yeah, the pickles. Yeah. I like how people are using. Yeah, he even made a YouTube video about it. How about people are using his clips for memes, and he loves it. Like he's like,
yeah.
Yeah,
he's a cool
that's funny.
dude. He's a cool
yeah,
dude.
no, he's a cool dude. Yeah, I just think it's funny because like he's friends with like Ludwig and a bunch of other people.
Well, because no one has any reason to like hate him. He even talked about like he's no longer on the GTRP server because he was basically just a side character. Like he's like most critical. He's like, I'm literally just like he would just join up with people and he would just be like a character in their little quest for that day. Like he had one day.
Oh,
he, like,
I see what you mean.
Like
okay.
somebody was lagging, and so they all got into his car and they were pretending to be like time travelers. Because they would just like start rubber banding and stuff. I was like, that's so awesome, dude. That's great.
Dude, I want to do like scenarios and stuff. Like I want to go on the server and just be like, what day is it? You know, like ask people.
I want to hear about whatever new one you guys are looking into. So
yeah, we'll let you know.
We can do it on
there. The mechanics to it are way more legit. Like you can hotwire cars and stuff. So
yeah.
Oh, great.
Dude, do not hop on that server and try to steal a car when it's lagging now, because like if you try and hotwire a car, it's terrible. Legit. When that one time where I was lagging like crazy, you know how like the bar like it'll change speeds and then like you have to hit that little area.
Sure.
It would start going and then it would stop and then it would go like it would just jump out of nowhere, and I'm like, God, I can't even hotwire this car. And I finally I figured out the issue was I turned off my mining software and it fixed it. And after that, immediately first try hotwire the car.
So, yeah, Genie, have you played Dead by Daylight? We've been playing that too. I was playing as the killer like all day today.
That's not Battle Royale, right?
No, it's 4 survivors and a killer.
Okay.
You have
I haven't played it, but I'm gonna check it out. Yeah,
you have to start I think it's like $20. You have to start the generators to like open the escape doors and then run out. But like they have Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers. They have
the Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Yeah, the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. They have the what's his face? It's freaking the Scream Killer guy. The Ghostface killer.
Ghostface, yeah.
I don't know his name,
but they have the Saw, the chick from the Saw movies, Amanda, with her pig mask. And you can I was playing as her today. You can literally put like reverse bear traps on them, and they have to go to a jigsaw machine, and it's all laughing at them while they try to like figure out the puzzle to like get it off them, or else it kills them.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like
I'll check it out. You guys are playing it on stream too and everything?
Yeah. Michael Myers is cool because he has this stalker mode, which basically like doesn't let people know you're near them, but like he just moves slower, but he just like stands there and it charges up his like ability. And so like people will turn around and he's just standing there like, oh shit, like because he's just like
messed up
watching them. Yeah,
it's messed up because like there was one day that we were playing where like I think they legit like the killer was just staring at me because he had gotten everybody, or he hadn't gotten everybody down to like the last time before they get killed. Like how do I explain it? Yep, if you get caught 3 times, then you're done. Okay, so he had caught me. And then like I think he'd caught you once. He caught one other person twice, and then there was one person who was completely fine, but he'd caught me once. And so he was using me to get enough power to get the person who hadn't gotten caught at all, so that basically like we were all super weak. So like he was doing like big brain strats, just trying to like, I mean, essentially it is power gaming in a way, but like you can do like really cool strategies if you're the killer. But you have to outsmart the killer in a way where like they can't use the strategies anymore, dude.
There's times where the killer's like big brain, and there's times you're like, yo, this killer's stupid. Like I literally hid behind a rock and they didn't see me.
Get behind that rock. There's killers that have like
Get behind that rock.
Get behind that rock. So there's killers that have legit like let me live.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Well, you know why? Because there's a perk where you catch a specific person. They're like I forgot what they call them, but it's like you want to kill them last. But if you catch, yes, obsession. So you catch them and you let them go, and like you basically it levels up your perk, and then like it makes you faster and stuff like that. So they like purposely let you go.
But that guy like
interesting.
Go at the end of the game, whatever.
Yeah, there's perks and stuff. There's offerings, like you burn something and it makes like the fog thicker, so it's harder to see people. And you can have a toolbox, so like you can use it to repair generators faster. And like the killer puts you on a hook, and so like every time you get put on the hook, you have to like the second time you have to hit the space bar so that the thing doesn't like kill you. And then the third time, it just automatically is like, oh, you're done. And like you get taken up until like whatever it is. You get sacrificed. But you can like sabotage those hooks. So, cause that's the one issue I have is like, there's too many hooks. There's certain maps I'm like, all right, yeah, this is a challenge to like get them on a hook. But then there's other maps where I'm like, dude, there's like 3 hooks right next to each other, you know? So it's definitely, it's got its issues gameplay wise, but other than that, it's a good time, especially if you got good friends to play with.
And hell yeah, it's not very glitchy, so like
there's like no bugs.
It's an extremely stable game.
Yeah, it's an older game. It's been out for like 5 years, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I still want to get Friday the 13th so we can do like a giant match.
That would be fun, but I feel like that game is just come and gone. It's kind of dead. There's like no community on it anymore. But like, I don't know if we could get viewers to play it.
We wouldn't need viewers. I would want to do it with like other like some of the mods and maybe like some streamers who would be down for it, you know?
Like offline?
Not offline, dude. I mean like
we'll see.
On stream.
Anyways, I gotta go to the gym. So
don't abuse.
You
cannot abuse.
I got to pump some iron. Don't abuse.
Cannot abuse.
Yeah, we'll see if there's any update. If anything else comes of your situation with your demonetization.
We'll see.
Next week. Yeah.
I'll get a response in 30 days probably. Watch. Be like, oh, by the way, we reviewed and there were no issues with your account. Here's your monetization back. And be like,
are you freaking kidding me?
5 times since then.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody's just like, your brother's account's back. Your brother's account's back. They just keep spamming it. Bro, I know. I only have to hear it once.
Did you know your account's back? And I'm like, yes.
No, I didn't know that.
Own the account. I posted twice on
it. All right, guys. Until next week.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. I'll see you next week. Sorry.
All right. Until next week, guys. Peace.
Bye. See ya. Peace.